Hello.
Hello everyone, I'm Railcoon and welcome to another edition of the Community Spotlight. For tonight's show, your votes chose to have Cadence of Hyrule on, and we've got quite a show for you in return. We managed to arrange to have a special treat for you guys today because the Cadence of Hyrule tournament has their Kahoot tournament, which has finally entered bracket play. So we're going to have a couple matches from that tournament tonight, as well as a showcase of Yves by Spoody Biscuit in between. So before we get started on what exactly Kahoot is and who our players are, I've got a couple quick announcements to go over. The Frame Fatale game schedule is going to be coming out Wednesday, July 24th this week in 2 days. The GDQ Express games list comes out this Sunday on July 28th. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have a Trauma Center community race, which will be a lot of fun. And of course, on Wednesday, we've got the Cuso Grande Invitational Losers Semi-Final match starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is going to be an endurance match, longer than normal match, and that'll be a lot of fun. So with me right now, I've got Elad and Rat. Why don't you guys explain for our viewers what Kahoot is?
Sure. So I'm Elad.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rat.
And Kahoot is our sort of, it's our racing league that we've set up. It's Cadence of Hyrule Organized Online Tournaments. It's a backronym. We wanted to get owls involved because everybody loves the Legend or the Ocarina of Time owl. So
okay. Some kind of bird thing. Was that not what the goal was?
That. And our previous organization was Condor, which we ran Necrodancer, which of course this game is the sequel of. So as soon as this game got released, we decided to put out, we decided as quickly as possible to snatch up the racing league of this game, and that is what Kahoot is.
How has the tournament worked so far? Because we got to brackets and we got some best of 3 matches, but what did the players have to go through to get to this point?
Yeah, so it was a 28 racer pool, which is pretty great. We did 4 groups of 7 round robins. And then after they play their 6 matches as the regular season, we have first, second, and third place in that group. First place goes straight to the playoffs. So they are not going to be featured tonight because these matches are play-in matches. We want to make sure that anyone who's kind of close to getting into the playoffs has a little extra shot to maybe get in there. And so these best of 3s are going to be pitting the second place and third place of a group against one another. And the winner of this best of 3 is going to go straight into the playoffs and guarantee themselves a part of the prize money.
How much is that prize money?
It is 1,000 big ones. So yeah, $1,000. We're going to be breaking down. yeah, Rat. By the way, Rat is in the playoffs.
I made it to the top 4.
So Rat, you're going to be
sweet.
in the money, which is pretty cool. So yeah, $1,000, which is going to be part of this tournament. We like to have prize money for our big tournaments. We also like to have small little tournaments as well, that are for fun and glory.
Cool. All right, so our players today are going to be Ratata Jack, Tufufo, Cancel, and Oblivion. Is there anything we should know about these players? Like, especially first match here, Ratata Jack versus Tufufo. What should we know about these two?
Oh, man.
So
I was going to say, Ratata Jack is new to our community, and Tufufo is like has a lot of history in our community, like doing Necrodancer races. He's been in a lot of our season finals. So Tufufo has a lot of experience, and Ratata Jack is kind of new to our community, but has been putting down really solid work. He made it out of the pool of death, which is really, really impressive. So I'm really looking forward to see what Ratata Jack brings to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Tuff has been around forever, like Rat said. And the group of death, just as because it seriously is a thing where all these racers suddenly came out of nowhere, and huge racers from various communities coming through and all being amazing. It was deadly. It was really, really brutal. And so, one of the really excellent racers didn't actually make it even to the play-ins because of how good that group was. Right,
Moyuma, who's been one of our long, awesome Necrodancer racer, made it
from Japan.
From Japan. Yeah, got 4th place. So,
well, that's coming from a tournament background myself. That's always interesting because that's what really drives someone to really put their nose to the grindstone and start working hard for the next one. So, maybe something to look forward to next time.
Yes, there will be more for sure. We're not planning on slowing down Kahoot, and we're also continuing Condor as well. Necrodancer racing is a good time, so we'll keep doing that too.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to go over before we get ready to start this match?
I think it's worth at least giving a quick brief on how this game works because the mechanics are a little strange. I imagine most people nowadays kind of have gotten used to it or seen Necrodancer, but essentially the game works by moving to the beat. You take a turn when everybody else takes a turn, all locked to the beat. So it's kind of a turn-based combat, but the turn is beat-based. And you'll see the beat bars at the bottom. It makes it look like a rhythm game, and I guess in a sense it is. So you can only go so fast, but in this game it has fast motion as well. Rat, do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So whenever there's enemies on the screen, you got to play to the beat of the song. But after you clear all the enemies on the screen, you get into this fixed beat, fast motion time, and you can move about as fast as you can press. So it ends up being about 6 times a second, and you can just hold the button too, which makes it a lot easier. So you'll see that happening at the very beginning when Cadence runs up. You'll see that through the towns. So you'll kind of notice
definitely a strat, yeah.
Yeah. So
and just finally, the whole point of the game, it's very similar to like a classic Zelda where you're going to be collecting whatever who's a what's it is, and in this case, it's instruments because it's music based. So you're going to be collecting 4 instruments, and then once they have the 4 instruments, you're going to go fight Octavo and then subsequently Ganon, and that's the really exciting part of the run. It's sort of the sprint at the end. So I think that's it. These are best of 3s. Should be good. The tracker at the top is going to let you know essentially if they've touched the Sheikah slate that's related to the 4 dungeons, or if they've actually collected that. So if you really need to know who's who's ahead, you'll see that at the top by the number of instruments. Also, you have to wake up Link. That's why he's snoozing over.
Oh, yeah. Sleepyhead.
It's part of it.
Also, huge shout out to Danny B for this awesome soundtrack. This game's soundtrack is so good.
Yeah. Oh. And yeah, with that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Hope chat's looking forward to it. This game is a great racing game. I know that racing was a big part of the design of the game. Speedrunning and racing has been part of the game design ever since Necrodancer. And maybe later we'll get into how this somehow happened, because some kind of weird indie Zelda game, that's not that's not usually how things go. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool for sure.
Yeah, when I heard about this game a couple months ago when it was first announced, I was like, what? I had some freak out. Like, I was not expecting more Necrodancer, and it's Zelda. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It blew my mind for sure.
Right.
All right, looks like the countdown will be on shortly, and these racers will get started. Now, with this game, you start as Cadence, but only for a split second. Cadence is, of course, the character from Necrodancer. And then you pick either Link or Zelda in this run, and all runs, pretty much. Yeah. Give a verbal countdown? Oh, it looks like we're actually going in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so you can see both racers are going to be selecting Zelda. That is because Zelda is a billion times better than Link. Zelda has a move that you pick up in this next room called Naru's Love. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you would know, Rat. This is like a Smash thing, right?
What do you mean?
Like Naru's Love and Din's
yeah,
Fire
it's
and all that.
definitely the B move. Yeah, it's Zelda's B move.
It's the B move.
Yeah, it reflects projectiles. And it's so good. You get 2 beats of invincibility whenever you use it, and it does a reflect. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, you'll see a lot of times happening, they're going to push really hard, have a lot of enemies around them, and then use the Naru's Love to just kind of clear the way.
Yeah. Now, what we're going to see here is what we lovingly call the bleep bloops.
The bleep
the delit-deloos, where our racers are going to be rapidly checking their maps. Now, the reason they're doing that is because they can actually do it in between the beats, and it saves time. So that's what we're going to be seeing them doing here. Now, this layout right now is not great. The whole map is randomized. It is a roguelike, and so they're going to be looking around for either a swamp or desert. That's kind of the main places they're looking for. But they did find the Torch of Wisdom. What is that about there, Rat?
Sure. Torch of Wisdom's great. It is my favorite torch. Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw Rattata did something really cool, which was get into the backside of Kakariko.
Yeah, it's a bit of a glitch. You can delete tiles if you... it's so you don't get soft locked. It deletes the trees so you can get out. And yeah, with a little bit of wiggling, you can actually delete the appropriate tiles and get in the back.
And decides to just head out there. But yeah, the Wisdom Torch is a great pickup for these races because it lets you see what's inside of chests. And so, like, they're going to use that to know what item to get from the boss. They're going to use it to know if they should go out of their way to get more keys or something like that. So it's like a consistency type thing.
Yeah. So usually you don't get Kakariko Village right off the start. Usually you're going to be looking for the swamp or the desert. The reason is that the first item you're going to look for, this is kind of like Zelda Randomizer. I'm sure people are pretty familiar with that. In that you want to grab items, and that's going to unlock faster ways through the game. And so in this case, we're looking for the loot. That is your fast travel item. It's kind of like the ocarina in what is that other game? Link to the Past.
There you go.
I got there.
You'll have seen them hit some of these stones and turn them blue. Once they get the loot, they can teleport back to any of those stones.
Yeah,
so because the map is randomized, it's really important to have a few Sheikah stones that you're going to hit and to kind of like adjust on the fly which way you're going to go.
And speaking of hitting Sheikah stones, there's Tough hitting the Sheikah stone right now. So you'll see that'll light up on the top. That'll let us know that that's sort of one step towards progression to the end of the game. They can always teleport back to there when they decide to go fight that dungeon.
And we saw a quick check into the item shop from Rattata Jack. He's definitely looking for hover boots. Hover boots are the item that lets you skip a lot of this game.
Yeah, they're really useful, but they also allow for a massive skip into the dungeon here in the desert. In Gerudo Desert, you have to collect, or you're supposed to collect these gears, and using the gears you can build a bridge. But if you have hover boots, there's a way you can bomb yourself across the gap with the hover boots. And then you don't have to worry about the gears, which is a huge time save.
It's huge. And we're going to save as much time, skip as much stupid gears. We just, skip all of them.
So you can see a slight advantage in terms of how far they've progressed through the desert for Rattata Jack, but Tuffle does have that Sheikah Slate touch. So it's always hard to tell exactly who's ahead, which is why we have the tracker.
And they also just picked up the Titanium Dagger. That Titanium Dagger is always in the desert. And so most racers are going to pick it up. It adds 1 damage to your dagger. It's a really safe.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference, that +1 damage threshold compared to like just having the 1 damage versus the 2. It's so much better.
Yeah, you'd think it wouldn't matter that much, but there are a lot of 2 health enemies and 4 health enemies. So you will ultimately make your life so much easier by picking up the Titanium Dagger.
Yeah, you'd think it would be just 1 better.
Right.
But it's so much more than that.
It's so much more than that.
All right, there is the Sheikah Slate touch. So 2 desert touches, 1 for each racer. And it looks like we're going to now see Rattata Jack also grab the flippies.
Those flippers.
And then, love it. And and we're seeing a little bit of a glitch there from Rattata Jack. If you pick up a pot and throw it and then attack it on the same beat, you actually get double drops. So that was what Rattata Jack was doing to really fill up on bombs. And there is the Sheikah Slate touch. And it looked like for a second Rattata Jack was considering doing the dungeon, but is actually going to just skip out.
Okay. Looks like Tuffle is making the way to the cliffs. He's going to Death Mountain.
Yeah, and actually that particular tile we may see again for Tuffle. That one is the hover boots, guaranteed hover boots, but it's obnoxious to try and get them. So it takes a very long time.
It's almost a minute to finish that tile. So.
But it's faster than if you collect the gears. So it's still better, but there's much better ways to get through that.
Right.
And
so
right now we've got. Sorry.
I was going to say, they're hoping to get those boots from either a mini boss or a shop somewhere. So there's a lot of other places that are kind of looking out for that.
Yeah, it's a drop somewhere. We're seeing Rattata Jack is in the Kakariko Crypt, which is actually a wink and a nudge to Crypt of the Necrodancer. The music is this amazing. It's the music from the original Necrodancer, but with Zelda theming on top of it. It's really, really cool.
It's cool. I've heard it too many times.
And so, going through here, going to be grabbing some keys as well. Keys are a really critical part of the run. Something that all the racers are going to be trying to get 7 of. That's how many keys you need to get. But of course, we have to try and keep track of how many they've spent as well. So I think we're seeing only 1 key right now for Rattata Jack. Is that correct?
So it looks like I have trouble seeing the key number, but I see 1 on Rattata Jack, and
I don't think any for Tough right now.
Right.
But Rattata did use one in the crypt, so has collected 2 total. That's kind of how you've got to think about it. And you will see there's a woke link over on Rattata side as well, because using the potion you collect in Kakariko, you can wake up Link.
Oh. Now you see Rattata going out of his way to pick up the key. There's some keys in the overworld, and those are actually really important locations, so you should kind of remember as you're playing the run, because you can go back to them later.
Yeah, so after you... so what happens is as you clear the overworld, it stays clear until you complete the dungeon, and then it all comes back with tougher enemies.
Yes.
And so, did we just get ourselves a rapier for Tufwo? I think we did.
Ooh.
So one of the other things you need to try and do in this game is, even though you get that titanium dagger, you're definitely trying to get a weapon better than that for the late game. And
right.
Finding a base rapier is really good, because the rapier is probably the best weapon in the game. And so what they're going to do later is infuse it. Actually, we might see Tuff do that right now.
Yeah, looks like he's doing for it right now.
And infuse it, which gives it +1 damage. And it looks like I thought for a second we might see Rattata doing the same, but no, Rattata has not found a base weapon, I don't believe. But Rattata has found the swamp, and so you'll see there's the swamp touch there for Rattata.
Oh, okay.
And the infuse for Tuff, and Tuff is now going to actually be doing a dungeon. So we're going to see our first dungeon here from Tuff. He's going to do some slidey puzzles here to skip the first floor. Each dungeon is 2 floors plus a boss key room and then the actual boss. But all the first floors are easily skippable, and in one case, the second floor is also skippable.
Yes, there's a second floor that's skippable. The railings are supposed to block your way, but they don't.
Oh, and there's a map pickup in that dungeon. This is the Frozen Grotto. It's the ice. Everybody loves ice mechanics. And
water levels, ice mechanics. This is a nice layout so far, though. Like getting to this challenge room where you get the key and the shop to get another key so close together is very nice. Like kind of lumping your stuff together is what you want to see in dungeons.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's all about efficiency. We're speedrunning, we're racing, so trying to get everything in one sweep through instead of backtracking is really valuable. It looks like some piercing from Tufwo as well, which is a really strong ring. If you have a ring with piercing, none of the shields matter. You just poke right through. And there is a Frozen Grotto boss key and a Temple of Storms touch for Rattata. And now Rattata is going to do the Frozen Grotto.
And we're going to see the Wizrobe 1 quick kill here.
Oh, I love this. Yep. Missed the bow though, so
a little bit.
Yeah, got it with the bomb chew. I do love the bomb chews in this game. It looks like they've got a there's the arrow. So this should be not too bad. Nicely done. Using Naru's love to defend that one attack, and there
the blue chest was a dagger.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big deal because they've already got the titanium rapier, but
sure.
It's a bit of a bad meme because it's essentially it gives you the weapon you start with. It doesn't make any sense. And we're gonna actually see a really interesting, the one and only time we see Link in this run pretty much is right there, he's gone. Blink and you miss him, but he uses his shield to allow you to throw a pot up on top of that button, which skips the first floor of the Temple of Storms. Now, if you're finding this all is moving just a little too fast, don't worry. We've got a few more matches to go, so we'll be seeing a lot of this stuff again. You'll get used to it, but you'll also get to recognize just how varied the game is because it is randomized. So a Temple of Storms here for Tuff. And so I guess we'd give the lead to Tuff, though Tuff has not visited the swamp yet. And we're probably going to see a Wizrobo fight for Rattata.
I'm going to say not visiting the swamp is like a reason he's going to go faster. When you pre-visit the spot where the dungeon is, it's going to take some time. So because Rattata is going to have to teleport an extra time, that's going to cost him, like a second or 5 seconds or so, which will add up over the course of the run. Part of the reason I think Tufwo is going to end up ahead.
Now, Rattata, I believe, was that a flail in the chest? It was a little hard for me to see, but that is a... Whoops. Wrong. In the boss chest. Hard for me to see. But we're going to see a Glockenspiel battle here. So the bomb chews this boss. So you may notice you're starting to see some familiar Zelda bosses with some fun musical theming. So instead of Gleok, it's Glockenspiel.
Yeah.
Because, why not?
Why
Brace
not?
Yourself Games is a pun factory. So, yeah, and of course we had Wizrobo instead of Wizrobes, who plays the oboe. which is great.
It's a really weird 4-part band. You got a bass guitar, an oboe, a glockenspiel.
A glockenspiel,
yeah. A glockenspiel.
And maracas.
And maracas.
So, it's all good, though.
Oh, and it does look like Trump is going to be clearing out this hover boost tile.
So obnoxious. Yeah, just going straight for it, I guess. Not going to worry about trying to find the hovers anywhere else. And just going to go straight for this clear. And it's really obnoxious. But it looks like they got it. And now we're going to see that fast movement that Rat told you about earlier. And get the hovers. So I imagine they're going to be going to the desert right now. Most racers save the swamp till the end because the swamp boss is the easiest. And so that might be what we're seeing. And there was the bomb boost, yeah. Skipping over that lava pit. Easy peasy. We might also see, instead of the hover boots, a lot of racers are going to be keeping their eyes peeled for the Goron locket. It protects you from protects you from hot coals, protects you from lava. And so if they find that, then they can just swim in the lava instead. As long as you have the flippers, which they all will. So we have a Glockenspiel fight for Rattata Jack on the left.
Will we?
Not bad. Using some bombs.
I'm pro skipping the flippers. I hope that people start skipping the flippers.
That it becomes a meta. It's a pretty cool thing, but you're going to be sad if you have to swim around in future Hyrule, right?
Oh, that's if you get blocked off, that's always annoying. We just bomb or something. I don't know.
Okay, we're going to see the third boss here for Tuff. Tuff's got a pretty solid pace right now. Not like world record pace or anything, but still quite good. This is bass guitar most nights. It's not just guitar most nights. It's bass guitar most nights.
Bass guitar most nights.
They got the daddy guitar going on. And of course, they are Armos Knights playing the bass.
It is literally what it says.
Literally what it is. Yeah, it's great. Okay, took a hit there, but it's fine. Both these racers doing really well. You do get a
normally when you don't take a hit and don't miss the beat, you're going to be able to pick up a weapon. And we saw that earlier from the Wizrobo fight and maybe the Glockenspiel fight.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So that's part of flawlessing is what these guys got to do. But missing it at the end isn't as big of a deal because that loss. What?
It looked like Tuff was trying to delete their way into the swamp there, but is going to have to go around. Just trying to delete the scenery like we were talking about earlier. And here we're seeing Rattata Jack doing the hover skip as well. And as you can see, it is so obnoxious. Having to go all the way back around, we accidentally jumped off the cliff. This game does have heights in it. That's not something Necrodancer had, but it's a pretty interesting feature.
It's a whole new
dimension. Not as awkward as maybe it looks. It's a bit awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. And there's some pretty fun stuff you can do. You can hop up onto walls and wander around, do some wall adventures. And there's the floaties now for Rattata Jack. And going to just re-up on some bombs.
Oh, picking up bombs, okay.
Yeah, that's the best place to get bombs. And there's Din's Fire for Tuff. And Tuff has now hit the swamp.
Oop, messed it up. Okay, here we see the bomb boost. All right.
There's the bomb boost.
There's a few spots that will get guaranteed bombs. One of them is the Flipper's Cave, and in Temple of Storms there's always 3, in the castle there's always 3. So you can kind of plan your route around those, like how many times you need to use the bombs.
Yeah, bombs are very valuable in this game, as with Necrodancer. Certainly intentional in the design. You can also get a bomb at the cactus skip, the coveted cactus skip.
Ooh, the cactus skip.
I love the floaties. That's right.
Floaties.
Floaty boots.
Oh man, floaties break this game so wide open.
It's great.
Skip everything with floaties, basically.
So that was a really excellent desert castle there for Rattata Jack. I feel like that was a little more efficient than Tuff's. So maybe getting a little bit of ground, but you can definitely see the lead here for Tuffwell.
Right, and y'all might have missed that skip for the Lost Swamp. It was pretty fast. And you'll see Rattata Jack. Yeah, you'll see it on Rattata Jack, but you can definitely just kind of slide right up to the boss key room, and it's great.
Yeah, we'll be sure to
punch it. Don't get to hear my favorite song, which is the Swamp Song. It's so good.
It's so good, yes. It makes me very sad. It's like, instead of going with, I think, standard swamp music for Zelda, Danny B decided to go with like banjo plucking, like down south swamps, and I love it.
Sure,
it's so good.
Oh, man. Okay, is this go mode? I see 3 keys. I see all the bosses defeated.
Yeah, I think it is go mode for Tuff. Tuff's going to be heading into the into Hyrule Castle. Now, there is a thing that is kind of a tarnish on the community. We don't like to talk about it, but I think I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up. It's called the barrier skip.
The barrier skip.
Now, the barrier skip is something that is sort of renowned in other Zelda games. It's really important because you can skip huge portions of the game. In this game, it's not any different. It didn't take nearly as long to figure out as it did in Wind Waker.
It didn't take us years. It took us 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And essentially, you can skip all the instrument getting that we just saw, and you can go straight to where Tough is now. It's something that we very quickly went, yeah, let's not race that. That's not fun.
Right, because it's so random. You have to get 2 specific items, the Cane of Samaria and the Hover Boots. You're just looking for a seed where you get those really fast.
Yeah, so the world record is those really fast. They got those. Sorry, Rattata just did the skip. We missed it again. Don't worry, we'll see it on another run. It's just a super fast skip. You get through, and actually, it's gonna re-up the health.
Pick up the health. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Piece of heart fills you up all the way, so just making sure their health is topped off before the boss.
Abbreviated to BS, exactly. Dig Dug. Yeah, it's not great. So with Hyrule Castle, you're making your way through 3 levels. You need 3 keys to get there. We kind of lost track of the keys, but it does look like Rattata has the 3 keys.
Okay.
And after you go through those 3 levels, you go straight up against Octavo there.
Wow, Temple is going pretty fast. What are you?
Yeah, this is really fast. This is a great pace right now.
Yeah, I've been about a dungeon ahead of Rattata.
Yeah, that's impressive. Rattata is no slouch in this game.
No.
But Tough's been playing really well. The only key difference I've seen is that Rattata went for the swamp early and had a little bit of backtracking, but only a little bit.
I think some of his dungeons were cleaner. Or Tough's
were cleaner?
Yeah.
So I should explain this boss a little bit. It is Octavo. It's sort of the big bad of the game. You have to clear 4 phases, and you can see those phases represented in the top by those diamonds or crystals or whatever. And you can see the health bars on them as well. And each crystal represents an instrument, and when it's that instrument's crystal lit up, you're going to get the kinds of enemies that were found in those dungeons. And you got to just poke Octavo until he's dead, and then you do a final phase where a bunch of mini bosses come after you, and it's the dangerous one. And here it is.
It's really dangerous, yeah.
Yeah. So Tough's gonna want to clear out some of these enemies. He's at almost half health here. It's a little sketchy, but standing in that one tile that he was actually deletes the mini boss that could spawn. But there is the mini boss now.
Nice handling. Those Dyras do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they really hurt. Ooh, and we've got is that a Ring of Courage that we're seeing from Rattata. So trying to speed up. The Ring of Courage lets you boost into the enemy's square. But it looks like they were going with glass, but it broke. So unfortunately, Rattata's in a bit of a tough spot. Didn't get past the Titanium Dagger.
Tufo is on to the Dark World.
Yeah, hand waving. Now we're in the future, and Ganon took over, and you have to go through 4 levels of finding a mini boss, which Tough just found the first level of it. And all the enemies are much worse. It's a pretty sketchy time. It's easy to die, so you got to keep track. They're at about half the health you could be at. Oh, but a really nice dig through the wall there for Tough.
Sure.
And that's and nice another layout. One. These layouts are cheesy.
Sometimes you get the final room or the mini boss room right next to the start. It's so fast.
Yeah, and not this one, which is good. At least we get to see some of Future Hyrule, but it's right here. And it's one of those bomb guys. Bomb Cyclops? Bomb Clops? I don't know. But after that, now we're on to Ganon.
There's some Link action going on the left. He's doing spin attack.
Baby.
Yes.
Oh.
I love it.
Throwing down some Link. I love it.
Ooh, lost the clash.
All right, we're going to see a Ganon fight here. Ganon fight is 3 phases. He's got 3 health in each phase. He's got a little shield. The way it's designed is that you're supposed to use your friends that are locked in the ice to hit him. So you hit him, it zaps you and freezes you, and then your friendo can hit him, like we're gonna see right there. Cadence got a hit. But you can actually use bombs, and that just kind of circumvents it all. We might see
that. Your bombs are your friend.
Oh, did I forget the tracker? Yeah, there we go.
And there we go, on to the last phase.
This is the last phase. You got to step into 3 sections of the Triforce. And this looks like it's going to be Tough with the first win. Right up. There it is.
It's good.
Nice. So GG is Tough taking the first game and 21-13. That's really solid. We'll see what the in-game time is. I can't. What is it? 20 minutes something?
2025.
2025. Nice.
That's a 2025. Nice.
That's really solid. That's super fast.
That felt like actually 17 minutes into the castle. It felt a little slow, like in the general.
I think it was that Future Hyrule though.
The Future Hyrule was super fast. Like this is where Tuffafo is flexing his Necrodancer experience.
That's been a real story throughout the whole season. Is that we have our like racers who came in with this game, and then our racers who sort of adopted it through Necrodancer. And our Necrodancer racers tend to have a better late game just because it's a lot more Necrodancer mechanics.
Yes,
just go fast, move your way through the enemies. You can kind of think of Necrodancer as a game where it's like a time-based puzzle where you have a most efficient way to get through a room. And how are you going to slip and slide through all the enemies, avoiding it? Something like a rapier can really help that. And I think that was honestly probably one of the biggest factors in that last game.
Right, knowing how to push through these Necrodancer-esque zones really helps Tuffafo. Yeah, he was done so fast. From finishing Octavo to do.
Yeah, that was solid. Really, really good. So GG's. GG's to Tough. Now, this is a best of 3. Winner of this is going to go straight into the playoffs. Losers, unfortunately, eliminated from the tournament. And this is money on the line. I don't know the exact breakdown of who's getting paid and how in the playoffs, but generally the way we do it is even 8th place gets some money. So this is a bit of a money match here. Very exciting.
All right. Rattata Jack got to hang on for his life.
Yeah, Rattata Jack now in do or die mode.
That was interesting. They both had to do the hover boots tile, which is something you don't want to do as a runner. It ended up working out better for Tuffafo. Is there also a rapier difference too? There's like a weapon difference?
There was a weapon difference. Rattata Jack didn't open the chest.
From Kakariko.
There should have been a rapier in there, but maybe because they ducked into Kakariko early, it rolled it.
Yeah, but they both had Torch of Wisdom. So
okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go.
And
now it looks like a bit of a delay between the two racers. That shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, that's it for Cadence. We did see a bit of Cadence in that Ganon fight, just a touch.
Also gonna say here, make a plug for playing in Japanese. It's about like 10 frames faster.
Yes, Rat. We all know he saves some time. Rat's the only racer, it seems, who runs in Japanese racers.
Yeah, except for the Japanese racers.
The advantage is theirs, I guess. This is a new game. Yeah, this is Crypt of the Necrodancer 2. Cadence of Hyrule. It's actually the longest name of all games.
The name is great.
It's like Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer featuring The Legend of Zelda, I think is the full title or something like that, which is great.
All right.
So you can see that.
Yeah,
we're seeing the Doot Dilutes as they check their map. And this is a great layout.
Yeah,
this is a really great layout. So what we've seen is immediate swamp where Tuff's going to grab that key. And then you can see the desert right off to the side as well. When the swamp and the desert are together, it's going to be a pretty quick seed because you're going to get to those castles nice and early. Those dungeons.
This actually looks like a bit of a maze seed because there's the wall blocking off the bottom.
Oh.
See that? Look how far around Tuff is going to have to go. He's going like a few extra screens over than he needs to. And now he has to backtrack. Right.
Oh.
And this is really bad because the desert is the slowest song in the game. The less time you spend in the desert, the faster you're going to go.
Yep, you can only move as fast as the BPMs unless it's a fast fixed beat movement screen like we're seeing here when it's like a town of some kind. And there's little music puzzles here and there. They're the same, the notes are the same colors, so you memorize the colors, but the actual positioning is randomized, so it's not always the same.
Right, you just memorize the color patterns. There's 3 you gotta know. Yeah, we won't see Tingle. Tingle will never show up, even though he's in this game. You'll never see Tingle.
Yeah, and it's kind of a fun part of the game. You got like a little music puzzle. It's sort of a like Guitar Hero-esque press the beat to the time kind of thing. And then you unlock the character that we're actually going to see next after these races from Spooty Biscuit. Yves, who is the challenge character of the game, kind of the aria, if you're familiar with Necrodancer. Same kind of character. All right, Tuff is about to touch the dungeon Sheikah Slate. Or sorry, the desert Sheikah Slate. And we're going to see that Rattata Jack is just slightly behind as well.
Yeah. People expressing distress about the Tingle puzzle. I also mess it up, man. Like every time I do it, it takes me four attempts.
If you have some time, do yourself a favor and watch when the bee showed up. I think it was Spooty, but there was a bee that showed up during the Tingle thing.
There was one for Will. Will
oh, it was Will. Was it
Cancel?
Will?
Yeah, Cancel, who we're gonna see racing later, had one that was totally off the rails in the 100%. It was great.
Yeah, sometimes when you open a bush, there's a bee in it. The old classic bee in a bush, and it's not a good time. All right, we're gonna see some wall walking here. Because of that wall, like Rat was saying, the whole bottom of the map was sort of walled off. Rattata is going to do this wall walk where you use, and actually we're gonna see Tuff do the exact same thing, just a little bit behind. And they're gonna walk across and make their way to Lake Hylia. Lake Hylia is always south of the castle.
Yep.
So there's general, I guess it's procedurally generated. So there's procedures that you can learn and follow, but it's never gonna be identical.
Right. There's some rules or some things that you can count on. Like
and we're gonna see Tuff is actually gonna. Oh, and this could be really good. Yeah, you don't usually go into these rooms, but he gets himself a hook shot and gets himself a glass flail. That's a big play. That's rare. You don't see that too much.
No, and because it usually does not pay out. There's a lot of bad items in the game. Like you're gonna see these racers actually skip a lot of the chests with items in here because they're just not particularly useful.
Yeah, it's too bad too. The fire and ice rod are kind of neat, but yeah, I think they're just kind of in the game because, they're fire and ice rods. They're in all the games. So,
but the hookshot's hard to use in this case, but it can speed you up quite a bit.
Yeah, you're a master of that there, Rat. You do it very effectively.
I love hookshot.
Making sure that you, slide around through the Lost Woods, especially.
Sure, the Lost Woods is the fixed one that you can always use, but usually you're looking for the edges of the map here.
Oh, the coveted wisdom bench. So we've got the bench and the wisdom torch on the same tile. So rare. We love that bench.
Bench percent races.
Yeah. Bench percent's a good meme. And we're gonna see a key pickup here. Now with the wisdom torch, you can actually see what's inside the chests, and that's why it's so valuable, because that's when you can find weapons. That makes it worth using your keys to open up those gold chests because they'll have rapiers or flails or what have you.
Right.
And now we've got Kakariko on the left, so that's a major difference of this seed versus the other seed, because Kakariko is, of course, on the right in the last one. And into Kakariko Crypt.
Oh, nice.
A fan-made Zelda expansion. No, this is an official Zelda game.
It is.
I don't think it's canon, but it's like official. Nintendo's putting their seal on it. Arf, arf.
Oh,
and there's the hover boots.
There's the hover boots. That's a big find. They're both gonna get it.
Find. Yeah. We'll see that for. There isn't any variance right now in the way the layouts are happening, because nobody re-rolled it. Ooh, and a base flail pickup for Tuff. So Tuff's gonna probably, the flail and the rapier are the two weapons you're really looking for in the base version, because then you can infuse them, and they're both really good. They're move attack weapons, and that's what you're looking
for. That's the key for the top. What makes them amazing weapons is that you move and you attack.
Yes. All right. So it looks like our key count is 2 and 2. Although I think Rattata's got a slight advantage because that room requires a key, and so I think it was that map key that they found. Oh no, there's this key here. Never mind. So Tuff's about to grab that key, and Rattata's about to wake up Link. There it is. Right. Doesn't take long.
Tuff's trying to catch up a little bit. You can see him being behind is largely because he got that item. He cleared out that extra cave.
Yep.
Oh, and Rattata is going right into Gerudo Ruins.
Yeah, so there is weapon durability, or item, and found the bow. That's nice.
Yeah, find the bow, but there's also a hook shot in that chest, which means Tuff might get the long shot.
Oh, that's right. Now, Rattata, swapping off the hovers, doesn't need him anymore, which is totally fine. But yeah, so items have durability in this game. So actually, it looks like Tuff's gonna go for the grotto first, even though they have the hovers. Now, the hovers, you'll see there's a little bar underneath, and as you step, they sort of wear out. Everybody's favorite mechanic in video games,
right? Durability.
But it's fine in this game. It's just you have to be sure to utilize it. Make sure you have enough time. So
the item
doesn't want us to run out here.
In the Frozen Grotto is a rapier, which is the best weapon.
Yeah, it's better than the flail.
The flail is a great weapon, just not quite as good as the rapier is.
But I think he's gonna skip it because he's already got the flail.
Huh. It's a glass flail. I mean, he's got to not get hit.
No, he's got a base flail. He picked up a base flail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. So I think so. All right, we're gonna see the boss key for Rattata Jack.
Right.
Oh, very wise. Realized that they got rid of the hover boots and needed to throw the dead rock to move the lava because they had no other way through there. So that was very wise heads up play. It looked like they were going to do a standard kill where they kill all three.
Sure.
But actually managed to put on the brakes and fix that before it went bad. And this looks like it's going to be a really clean fight. And we're going to see, is that a broadsword?
Nope,
Doesn't want the broadsword.
Doesn't pick up the gems either. Okay.
Does get a bass guitar.
Yeah.
Right. And it was a long shot. How exciting.
It is. You don't see that too often because it requires you get an item not from a dungeon. You have to get the hookshot from not a dungeon.
Yeah.
Most of these runs, people will get items only from the dungeon.
That's right. We're going to see a quick was robo fight there, and it looks like they're going to grab a glass flail. So
Another
Tough loading up on glass flails. That's pretty good. Rattata Jack doing a topside wall walk, making their way to Death Mountain. It looks like it's in the top left, so it's a bit of an awkward wall walk there.
Sure. I wonder if it was faster to go from Kakariko.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah,
Hard
that's
to
tough.
say.
It's
Sometimes
tough
you get
when
walled
you
off.
don't know. Like, you'll see a landmark on your map. Rattata Jack is doing the Duke-de-Lose where his map's popping up and down. He's looking for a windmill. You can see that left one. He'll run past the windmill here, but you can see that on your map and know, like, okay,
there it is.
Death Valley is it's right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over there. Find Temple of Storms.
So the Temple of Storms has like a tile set piece that generally, when you play it normally, requires you to enter on one side, make your way across the other. You have to use either a down stab or you have to use floaty boots. But using this technique that Rattata's using, they're gonna make their way. They're gonna sort of circumvent it all. By the way, Tough is at half a heart right now. We got to keep close watch on Tough. Okay, just grabbed a heart. Still spooky, very spooky. Deaths are very costly, especially given that Tough has 5 keys. You lose your keys if you die. So does not want to die here.
Right.
Now he's back up to 2.5.
Loss. Yeah.
But did break one of the glass flails.
Yeah, it's basically the game if you die. Unless...
At this point, yeah, it's really bad because of how many keys you lose. Keys are pretty important.
If it happens later, like maybe if you die early in the last dungeon, you have a chance still, but it's pretty tough.
Yeah, if you die in Octavo or later, it's okay because there's no more keys required anymore.
Yeah.
Still not great.
Bunny ears on that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it looks like to me we've got a bit of a lead here for Rattata Jack. It's always kind of hard to say specifically. Rattata Jack has not done the Wiz Robo fight and doesn't quite have the weapons.
And Tough Foe just keeps getting these glass flails. That's 2 now from bosses.
Oh my goodness. And there's a glass flail for Rattata Jack. It's the glass flail seed. Hey. You got to watch those things because you can snag on enemies. And if you hit an enemy that's electrified or if you hit an enemy that's on fire, you can hurt yourself.
Right.
And it's very easy to do with these sort of large, it's got a huge hitbox.
Yeah, it's like 3 squares away when you're not expecting it. So sometimes you just get hit by these jellies and ugh.
And there's the infuse for Tough. So Tough now has a titanium flail, but is going to stick with the glass flail for now. It's 3 damage, titanium's just 2. And a Temple of Storms key here for Rattata Jack. And Tough's got to get some temples. I don't think they've touched the swamp either. But we do have a swamp touch for Rattata Jack. And Rattata Jack is going to kill the Glockenspiel right now. Watch the bomb shoes. Oh,
there's a bomb shoe 1 used.
Oh, and then just switch into bombs. Oh, those fireballs, dancing around the fireballs. Yeah. Nicely done. Oh,
dodging those.
That was really well done. What a fight. That was really good. And that's a base spear?
Yuck.
Ugh. We have seen some racers take the base spear, but that is not what Rattata Jack's looking for. Rattata is sadly still short a weapon.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was an accident when we have when they did pick up the base spear. So usually you're only going on your way. I know. I know.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. That's fine. Looks like a glass spear Rattata Jack's gonna fight for. Just wants glass weapons. It did not work out so well last race, but if you stockpile enough glass weapons, it can be okay. They of course break on hit, so you gotta be extra careful.
It is so scary running these glass, but these are some of the best players that we have so far, and you might see them run and just not get hit and never break their glass.
Yeah, you definitely see our upcoming racer Spooty, when he's racing, often does not pick up any sort of weapon to infuse and just rolls with glass.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. It's not easy.
It's not. It's a little...
Okay, so everybody say hi to Link. We're going to see a very quick Link skip here on the Temple of Storms, and then
bye,
back to Zelda. All right.
Yeah, Spooty's really, really good at this game. I think he's doing the Yves run later, yeah?
Yep. Oh, so if Tough wins this, we're going to go to Spooty's run right away. If not, we'll have one more race before Spooty.
Okay.
Yeah, which is going to be great. Spooty is really excellent at Necrodancer, and that certainly translated to this game. So
certainly did.
Yeah. All right, Wizrobo fight here. It's a little awkward, but actually manages to keep it flawless and gets the base flail. So I think Rattata Jack is going to have a similar build here to Tough, getting the infuse on that base flail. I think that's wise. Or just gonna go straight. I think they're just trying to push.
Oh, there we see the hookshot use in the Lost Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Not the long shot, though. We haven't seen that yet.
No, not yet, actually.
But we'll see. We'll see that in the Lost Woods when Tough makes their way there. And there's a boss key for Tough. Oh, drop it down the hole. Oh. So those trapdoors are on a 4-beat sort of timer, open and close, and yeah, he sort of mistimed that. Now, the Lost Woods are actually a place you have to... Oh, there's some beautiful hookshot play. The Lost Woods are somewhere you have to kind of navigate through. It's sort of similar to Ocarina of Time. But the way it's really simple, actually. You just have to go after the sort of odd enemy out.
Yeah.
Did we just have a death?
Enemy. We did just have a death. What?
Oh, no. Tough died. Was that a
Glockenspiel? I think it was on Glockenspiel.
That's so rare.
Oh boy.
No. And that's keys. You'll note that his keys are at 0.
It's Glockenspiel 2.
Huge for Rattata Jack.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, yikes. And that's really unfortunate. So you can see just how much health Glockenspiel has. So sometimes it can be really difficult, especially if you don't have much damage up. And there is the Glockenspiel. It doesn't seem like it took too much time, but the loss of keys is really bad. He might have to farm some keys. That's going to cost some more time as well.
That's actually going to cost a lot of time. You need 3 more keys going into the final dungeon.
Yep. So looking for keys right now. There is the Gomaracas fight. And Rattata Jack is going to get the maracas and another glass flail.
Hey.
All the glass flail. So there's the key. So it looks like Tough's going to be taking some of the overworld keys here. So here's one. So you'll see just how much time this can take.
Not using his long shot to pick up the...
Oh, yeah. What's he doing? Uh-oh. Okay, it's time to judge Tuffo right now, everybody.
Yeah, we're judging.
Let's see that long shot usage. By the way, go mode for Rattata Jack, about to head into Hyrule Castle.
There's some long shot. Do it again. Yeah, look how big that is.
Not a fan of Go Maracas? It's so good. It's all so good.
Oh, we're going to see the Royal Rapier.
Ah, very nice. I think this is a very wise choice. The Royal Rapier it's a rapier with knockback, 2 damage up close, 3 damage on a lunge, just like, or I guess the glass one is 3/4, right?
This one is 3/4, yes.
Yeah, but this is like Zelda's specialty weapon, and it has knockback, and it also has like a weird splash attack that does use up some of your stamina. You got to watch for that because it's the same as Naru's Love.
Yeah.
And there's some. Okay. Here's the skip. Tough's doing it. Watch this. Going to skip both of the floors. There you go. That little diagonal jump that we just saw skips both floors in this temple, dungeon, castle, whatever. All right, and gets the key. Whoops.
Rattata Jack is pretty solidly ahead.
Yeah, this is a huge lead for Rattata,
especially with that death. Yeah, all the keys lost is such a big deal. Ugh.
Yeah, now I think Rattata Jack is down 1 key, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think this is the 2nd floor, which is fine. You can find keys, but he's gonna need 1. You see that door requires a key.
Sometimes you get bailed from a mini boss that gives you a key.
Yeah, we'll see if these chain dudes Nope, doesn't drop it. I don't know what their names are. There it is. Go mode for Tough. So Tough's going to be screaming back here, trying to make up ground.
He's gonna do the combat room.
Gonna farm another key. He's gonna go for that. I don't know if this is worth it. I feel like just finding the keys in the dungeon is probably faster.
Oh, yeah, especially this key. I think there was one close to...
Oh, but he's going to use the long shot this time. Here we go, guaranteed.
That's good. Come on. Oh, he tried? Okay, he's over there.
Yep, and I go up.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then long shot.
Yes!
Hey, he did it. All right.
Thanks, Stefan.
Excellent. All right, so Rattata Jack onto the third and final floor of Hyrule Castle. And Tough's just about to get started in there. It's not over yet.
Oh, that was awesome. The extra bonus attack on the Royal Rapier pushes enemies back, so you can just kind of push the mini bosses into
pits.
It's like, oh, I don't really feel like fighting you right now. Let's just go over here.
Nice dupe there by Rattata Jack, getting a little extra bombs. Going up the 6 bombs, but capped out at 5, so 5 bombs total. And on to the Octavo fight. It's sort of the Aghanim fight, I guess. That's kind of the...
Oh, yeah. I guess there's no, like, random number of teleports that he's going to do. No, I guess there is some teleports. Oh, it is really close to the Aghanim fight.
Yeah, he doesn't throw lightning at you.
Right.
He doesn't have the blue balls and stuff.
He does have red balls. If they were colored blue on those fireballs, that would be... Oh, man. This is a really neat fight. The Octavo fight is... Because you're kind of trying to hit a damage threshold. You'll see the hearts on the top right for the the Wizrobo enemies. You want to hit 5 damage. And so he's got the Royal Rapier, which gives him 3. So there's some ways to get plus damage. Like if he went down to half a heart right now, he would be doing 6 with a lunge. Because of his... You've seen him have to hit twice. And this can get a little messy. If you don't clear out the enemy efficiently enough, it gets just kind of enemies everywhere, mini bosses spawning. Oh, but clears it out nicely. Nice job, Rattata Jack.
All right, so you can see the exact difference is an Octavo fight between these two racers. Tough I think had a little more efficient way through there. And so is gaining a little bit of ground. So it's going to come down to future Hyrule, I think.
Right, and that's actually where Tufufo has been showing his skill with that Necrodancer experience. So maybe he can push through and make up some...
You're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance.
We're seeing the Royal Rapier difference. But honestly, I think with tough skills, the flail, titanium flail, can still be good.
Ooh, getting frozen.
Yikes. Yeah, it's going to cost you. Of course, race nerves is a thing, and I can only imagine the race nerves these racers are going through. I mean, Rattata Jack is on, like, sure. If they lose, this is it for the tournament, GDQ, right. All that good stuff.
That's good to keep in mind.
So, let's go easy on these guys. This is not easy.
Fair enough. And I'm definitely tend to be critical towards these guys, too, so.
It's all right. That's our job.
All right, fair enough.
All right, there's some boots. Gonna grab those boots of power, so it's extra damage. That's gonna be nice. A lot of these enemies have a ton of health, so having the extra damage is gonna do 3 damage up close and 4 damage on a lunge. Really nice.
Okay, Jack solidly going through. Is this the last floor, I think?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Does it randomize what the tile set is? I don't know.
For each floor in the Dark World?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or is it always the same?
I think it's not always the same order, but it does each one once.
Right. So yes, and each one does represent one of the 4 dungeons from the original part. And we're going to see Ganon here just as tough. That Octavo fight took a half a year.
It's the titanium flail.
Yeah.
2 damage is not good for Octavo fight.
All right, nice first bomb hit there for Rattata Jack. That was really effective. And gonna go for the bomb and got it there. That was really clutch. And now actually there is a little bit of a glitch there. If you spam the skip cutscene button there, you can avoid Ganon gaining all his health back. He gains them one at a time for some reason. And so you can actually, if you spam fast enough, you can have him skip either 1 heart or 2 hearts. It's
right. Just like, Ganon, you're gaining health? No, I'm gonna skip that part.
Now we're gonna skip that.
We're gonna go ahead.
All right, here's the last phase. We're gonna see if Rattata Jack can tie this up.
Oh, nice.
Here comes the beam. Brown. I love that art. That art is so good.
The beam.
The beam.
It's
So, GG's. Rattata Jack tying it up. We got ourselves a best of 3. Going to 3. Love it.
Yeah, going to the last game.
That's great. So, winner of this next match is going to be moving on and in the money. Loser is going to be going home. Really exciting.
Exciting. I hope we get to see some Ganon skip in this next run.
Oh, we got to get a Ganon skip today.
Hope we get a Ganon skip today.
Oh, it's pretty ridiculous.
It's
I think
ridiculous.
it was only found in the past, week?
It was last week.
Yeah.
It happened to me last week, and Spooty.
That's right. It was
figured
you.
it out.
Yeah. And then we got our best Cadence of Hyrule scientists on the job to figure out what exactly happened, because Rat was playing and suddenly Ganon just died.
Just died. And I said, you win.
Yeah. So we had to try and figure out what actually happened, and it seemed like what happened is that the bomb fairy blew up next to Ganon right as the cutscene was happening, which is a pretty rare thing. I would imagine they never saw that in the bug checking.
Right. That seems pretty uncommon to get a bomb fairy, right?
Yeah.
And then blow up, right?
And then it blew up. It got lit on fire and then blew up right next to Ganon. Ganon died, and then it was just like the game just ended. It was like, oh, Ganon's dead. All right.
Oh, the seeds are determined randomly. Are you using Condor Bot or?
Yeah, we're using Condor Bot. So one of our members of the community, Ink Nun, who is amazing and the world record holder of this game.
Yes, and is in the finals of the playoffs too.
And is in the finals. Made our bot, and our bot essentially is you can log in. It's got like .enter, .ready. There's a countdown. It gives you seeds. We've been using it for years and years. Okay, countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
There it is.
So you're saying he made the bot and he's won all of his races so far.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, so it's a random large number.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about like routing in the early game here, since Elad had to step away here for a second.
Oh, sure, that's great. So routing in the early game, what they're looking for after they make it out of Zelda's room, they're going to be doing their Dootaloo's, checking their map between the beats to find. They're looking for the swamp and the desert. Those are like the two main things, because that's where you're going to get your loot, the very first item. The reason we're getting the loot first is because it lets you teleport around the map. Oh, we're seeing something a little different here from Tough. He decided to go north towards the windmill. The windmill gives you a free item, a free like use item, like a bow or a Deku Leaf, which you'll never see anyone pick up.
There are some skips that use the Deku Leaf.
Yeah. Okay, there's one.
It's terrible though. It's really not good.
And so here, normally we don't see this because it takes time to pick up the thing, and they're not super useful to pick up the items. So here, Rattata Jack is doing sort of the standard play. He's saying, I'm going to go towards desert and swamp and try to find my loot. And here along the way, he went towards the bridge. The bridge is always right beneath you. You got to hit that stone at some point.
Oh, and there's key pickup there for Rattata. Was that Chemos?
It was a Chemos. Wasn't an infinite Chemos.
Yeah.
Some tiles...
Go for it.
Sure, man. Some tiles in the overworld have a key. Kill that Chemos. It has a key. Probably because it has key in its name, and they're like, hey, we like bots.
But yeah, if it's a challenge, sometimes the tiles are randomly challenge tiles, and so enemies continue to respawn if you don't kill everything on the floor. And so if you kill Chemos, take the key, leave, come back, he respawns, kill him again, get another key. You can infinitely farm keys. It's rare, but it can happen. We actually just saw a couple really important tiles. I believe Rattata Jack saw the hovers tile, and Tuffo saw the Goron shop, which is of course the locket. And we're probably going to see that being used. That is better. It's it prevents, like I said before, fire and lava damage on you, and allows you to avoid needing to seek out the hovers.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely on the lookout for that tile as you're doing your Dootaloo's. You want to see that little bomb icon. And so hitting that stone means we are probably going to we're going to kill the shopkeeper at some point. We're going to get that coupon, and we're going to steal ourselves a coupon, I guess. I guess that's why you're fighting the shopkeeper.
Yeah. Yes. Freddy's going to die in the seed.
Yeah, Freddy's going to die in the seed, yeah.
Freddy is the shopkeeper, Freddy Merchantry. Official name. Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're going to see that kill. And it looks like we're going to see, is this the loot here for Rattata Jack? Yeah, so just getting the loot now.
Huh.
And I don't think Tuff's got the loot either.
No,
so
Tough.
Kind of an awkward start to this.
Roundabout way, yeah.
Yeah, kind of an awkward start for both racers. And there's the Wisdom Torch. We saw that same tile in all three seeds today so far. Wisdom, of course, is really helpful. Like I said, you get to see inside chests. You get to see what's in there. All right.
Yeah, so it kind of feels like Tafufo is a little bit behind Rattata Jack because he's kind of fallen up the path that Rattata Jack did. But he did go north and hit some Sheikah stones up there. So he has that going for him.
But it's backtracking, like you said. Like he's going to have to go back up there.
Right. It doesn't feel as good, so...
All right, Grotto touch there for Rattata Jack. The pressure is on for these racers. I can only imagine. We're seeing some fast travel here for Rattata Jack too. If you full clear the map until you defeat a dungeon. Oh, it's Benchy. Until you defeat a dungeon, you're gonna get fast travel on it, which is good.
Yeah. I wonder where he's going.
Oh. So yeah, Cancel saying that Tuff appears to be about a minute behind. I feel like that's probably true. There's the Goron shop there. Nice touch for Rattata Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, probably gonna kill the next.
That makes sense. Round from the Goron shop to Kakariko. We gotta wake up Link. So usually the order after getting your power gloves from the desert is you gotta wake up Link, and then that opens up Temple of Storm skip, right?
Yes. And then you've got almost everything except for you need hovers or locket.
Right, hovers or locket. And they've got the locket on lock. They're ready to go for the gear skip into Ruins.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think a Freddy kill here for Rattata Jack. Maybe not.
Oh, maybe not.
Okay.
I like holding it off. The Kakariko Crypt is a slow song. It makes sense to wait till like maybe the Temple of Storms or the Ice Dungeon.
The Grotto.
Yeah.
And finally, Tuff gets the loot 5.5 minutes into the race. That is way too late to be getting that. Really hindering himself in this race. So he's gonna have to play out of his mind to come back from that. That's a really severe deficit. Whoops. There we go. All right, I think I missed a slate touch there for the Tuff was in the desert, right?
Yes, they have both been in the desert at this point.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and Tuff is gonna kill Freddy. So you'll see a Freddy fight here. Freddy's pretty fun. He's more fun to fight in this game than in Necrodancer, because he has bombs and a bow, and he goes kind of crazy and he shoots. Yeah. It's fun.
If he hits you, you're gonna die.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage.
He does a lot of damage, but
I think Rattata Jack did a little bit of key farming there. Rattata Jack is up to 3.
Okay.
So I think took 2 keys out of there. Usually you get 2 keys but use 1. I think they used
Confusing?
1 and took 2.
Oh no, going north to the Temple of Storms. Okay.
Yeah, this is a different game to Crypt of the Necrodancer. It is the sequel.
It's a sequel.
And it's good. It's only on the Switch, as you can imagine, because it's a Zelda game. So I can't imagine Nintendo putting a Zelda game not on the Switch. Get those Zelda bucks. All right, we're going to see Wizrobo for Tuff. Got the boss key. Meanwhile, though, Rattata Jack is going straight to Death Mountain here. And there it is. Nice grab.
Ooh, nice. Is that a rapier? We'll see.
I don't know.
Looked like it. Yep. Gonna go infuse. There's a secret spot behind the castle. Kind of groove your way over behind the castle. There's a hidden little stairs.
I feel like swimming to the beat, like the way you do here, would be a lot harder than hopping around to the beat.
Oh, sure.
IRL. Just saying.
Well, it could be like rowing. You got to kind of row to a rhythm.
Okay.
Not that I know. I'm not. I've never actually done that.
Says the rowing expert over here.
Right. That's right.
Feels like it'd be hard to row to a fast rhythm. Like,
yeah, this is like some
is there
crazy
like
rhythm.
A limitation to how quickly you could row just because of water resistance?
Yeah.
I would imagine so. You'd have to be real buff. Okay. That's an oboe take there for Tuff. And I believe Tuff back to Kakariko. Did Tuff wake Link?
Interesting. No, he is still a little bit behind. He's kind of following in the footsteps of Rattata Jack.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah,
So it's
Rattata Jack
interesting-
working their way through the Temple of Storms here.
An interesting choice here is Rattata Jack might have opted to keep Freddy alive to spare some mercy for Freddy's life, because he did get hover boots from this dungeon, which lets them get into. It's one of those key items we're looking for.
Yeah, so you don't need to get the Goron Locket.
You don't need the Goron Locket. No.
But the Goron Locket is probably better, faster. There's other ways you can use it. And the hover boots wear out eventually. Goron Locket you'll have for the rest of the run.
Sure.
So
you can always swim in lava. Find some lava later. Take a nice little dip. Yeah.
Even if the floor was completely lava, you would be fine. And it looks like Tuff's going to wake Link, and we're going to see a Gomoraka's fight for Rattata Jack. This is the boss that killed Tuff in the last race. But this is a slightly weaker version, and nice use of Naru's Love there to avoid a couple of hits.
Yeah.
Like Rat said at the beginning, it defends against 2 beats. Oh, and we got a rapier find.
Oh, rapier battle.
Very nice. So finding a rapier, that's really good for Rattata Jack. Yes, Glockenspiel. That's right. It's a great pun. And we're going to see that immediate transfuse for Rattata Jack.
Yeah, you can definitely see him. It seems they're so similar. They're so similar in the order of things that are happening. Like, Tuff got the rapier a little earlier, and now Rattata is following. Oh, we picked up Obsidian. Now, normally, the normal race meta is to...
There's the locket.
You can infuse your weapon, and you pick Titanium. Titanium gives you +1 damage.
Whoops, Tuff.
What was that? That was a bomb.
I don't know. That was not a bomb. that was a bomb shoe.
That's not how you do that.
Yeah, that's not how you do that at all. So you have to use the bomb to bomb yourself diagonally to set up the throw with the jar. It's wacky. It's the only way to do it, to get on that particular tile, but
quite neat, yeah.
Yeah, and you need Link's shield to position yourself. It's good.
So we're seeing a different infuse though on Rattata Jack. You see, it's the Obsidian. You might see those little arrows on the item, like marking how to the beat he's playing, and with 2 he gets +2 damage instead of +1. So if Rattata Jack doesn't drop the beat, doesn't get hit, he will have a superior weapon.
Yes.
But that's a lot of ifs. That is
a lot of ifs. And I imagine we'll start seeing racers actually picking that up more so throughout as the game evolves.
Sure.
I know in Necrodancer, the Obsidian Rapier is generally considered better than the Titanium Rapier. That the weapon does exist in both games. But we'll see. And you'll see swimming in the lava. Actually, no, still has the hovers too. So Rattata's double covered here. And there's the boss key pickup. And gonna be fighting Bass Guitarmos Knights. Very nice.
Looks like Tuff is good on keys. He's got 4 and only needs 4 left. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're both good on keys right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, boss key there. That's bass guitar. All right, I imagine off to the grotto for Rattata Jack. Nope.
Oh,
maybe looking for.
Oh,
gonna do some fast moving here.
Huh.
Is there something in that? What are they doing? Are they getting a key?
Oh, maybe. That's interesting.
Hey, there's a Glock pickup.
Oh, no. We're seeing Ganon skip. This is the setup for Ganon skip.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, so in the Ganon skip, one of the things you need to get is a bottle, and that is a... Wait, that was a bottle. Oh, maybe just setting up for the Ganon skip?
Yeah, setting up. He still needs to get some diamonds. He needs 2 more diamonds to be able to buy the bottle. And so it's kind of... looks like Rattata Jack is routing in, hitting the Beetle shop, which has a bottle.
The Beetle bottle.
Going towards, the Beetle bottle, where the Beetles battle. Or Tweedle Beetles battle on the bottle. Paddles. And so that is what you need to get the Ganon skip. So we might see Rattata Jack pick up an anti-fair? No, a dark fair. And use that later to skip Ganon. That's a pretty good skip, actually. You know, like, you got Barrier Skip, which is a great and legendary skip. And sometimes now you get the old Ganon skip. Like,
Ganon skip, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, I think I messed up the tracker. I apologize. Tuff got the oboe. Am I right about that? I accidentally hit the wrong button. Ugh. We'll find out shortly.
Yeah, Chummy got the reference. He knew it was Fox and Socks.
Okay. All right, we're going to see the 2-floor skip here for Rattata Jack in the swamp. It's nice, except that you miss out on the whole swamp.
I know.
And a bass guitar for Tuff.
All right.
You did have it? Okay. Thank you, chat. Thought so.
Ban rat. No, don't. Okay. All right, here's one more gem. Is he relying on getting the last 2 gems from?
Maybe from a boss fight? Yeah.
Right,
This is really hard to get flawless on, is it not?
It's very hard to get flawless. I have gotten it like twice so far, and I've played this game quite a bit.
Weirdness, I think, between the phases when it goes into it, like it picks up the tempo on the second phase, and it's really hard.
I feel like if you skip it or something, you don't, or if you skip wrong, I don't know. It's very.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Oh, no stamina.
I had to skip anyways. Yeah, no stamina. So I'm gonna get the maracas.
That was actually kind of scary if you get surrounded there. The beam does a lot of damage. The beam does like 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you get hit twice with the beam, you die.
I'm picking up Din's Fire here for the quick kill on Wiz Robo, I think is what we're about to see.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Rattata Jack going for all the awesome strats. This is gonna be good. Has to still fight this castle. So hard to say who's ahead. I might have to give it to Tough even.
I'm really liking that Din's Fire grab. Like that's one of the fastest ways to get Din's Fire.
And you invented it, so
I know.
Look at how crazy this room is right now. Rattata Jack taking all kinds of damage. Whew. So many enemies in that giant room. That was really sketchy.
And this is the downside of doing this dungeon for the very last.
Yeah.
The hardest possible version of it.
It's brutal.
Yeah. If you don't know, every time you defeat a boss, the game gets harder.
Yeah.
Especially harder after the
enemies. You get more enemies.
Yeah. So looks like Rattata Jack has done 3 bosses. So that last floor was the hardest.
Everybody.
Is he gonna do it?
Watch the left screen. Here we go. Yes.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. This is really weird. So you attack with 3 separate things: a bomb chew, Din's Fire, and your bow, all at the same time to do enough damage to just one-shot Wiz Robo.
Yes.
So good. Kudos to you, Rat, for figuring that one out. And that's also the guaranteed flawless, pretty much.
Oh,
right?
sure, yeah, and he's gonna get the 5 gems.
He's gonna get the gems.
That's an instant kill. I figured out that Din's Fire, if you bomb yourself when doing Din's Fire, it keeps moving. So you can combine a bomb fire.
Yeah, you can do the bomb chew and the Din's Fire at the same time. And a nice chemos pickup right there too. So guaranteeing that they have they got the 3 keys now. They're good to go. Looks like Tough is good for keys too. There's the bottle pickup.
Oh, we got a bottle. We might see Ganon skip.
Ganon skip. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. We're coming down to the wire here. Both racers now getting into Castle, Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, on the Wiz Robo insta kill, a Din's Fire does 3 damage, and a bomb chew does 3 damage, and the bow does 1. And the boss has 10 health. So somehow 3 + 3 + 1 is 10. I don't know how math.
I don't know. Oh, there's the anti-fairy. We're gonna see Rattata Jack picking up the bottle. He got it.
Jack,
we're set.
We are set for Ganon skip. He's got the anti-fairy.
That's really exciting. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind about Ganon skip is you can soft lock the game if you do it wrong.
Well, I mean,
so
it's
pretty
go
unlikely.
Fast. Yeah, we're gonna go fast. We're gonna take the risk.
It's possible though. It's possible. So it's not too hard to not do. you can avoid it. But yeah, you can soft lock the game, so you got to be extra careful. All right, and with that compass pickup, you'll see a big blue arrow showing Rattata Jack where to go. Meanwhile, Tough just behind. But again, with Tough's mechanics, Titanium Rapier, we'll see how Tough does.
Yeah, I feel like going out of the way to pick up that compass was costing Rattata Jack some time here. Like, you don't really need the compass. You can look for some railings. There's some rules for the last few floors of this dungeon, like knowing wherever you see the Necrodancer, you know the boss is right next to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You didn't notice?
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah.
Wait, does Obsidian Rapier have knockback? Or is it just because it was a dark knock?
Some enemies have take knockback.
Okay. I did not know that. All right, you can see just how close this is. I mean, it could all change in the Octavo fight. This fight can sometimes be really off the rails. Octavo can have bad teleports.
This fight might come down to a Ganon skip or not.
It might. Oh,
that's so exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Well, and it's so exciting because the Ganon skip is a really, really new strat, and not many people have been implementing it yet. So
yeah, we've only seen it in a couple races. So hopefully we'll see it here. It can be a little tricky to set up sometimes too, but maybe Rattata-Jack's been practicing. And both racers now on Octavo.
Oh, it's the Obsidian with +1 and then drops the beat. Okay.
Oops.
Also has the War Drum for 6, so...
Oh, could one-shot this next cycle,
yeah. Yeah, with a fully charged Obsidian lunge, that's 4 damage. And then you can add 1 damage with the boots. Then you can add another damage with...
Oh, man, this is really nice. The Obsidian Rapier, again, it's the new meta, maybe. That extra damage is really, really valuable. And didn't manage it there because the Dark Nut was breathing down Rattata-Jack's neck. But look at that. On to future Hyrule. And Tuff just a little bit behind. Again, Tuff's got the Necrodancer mechanics, but Rattata-Jack has been playing very well.
Yeah, he's got the strats. He's got the Obsidian Rapier.
Oh, Obsidian Rapier, the Bomb Fairy. This is really fun. Oh, this layout immediately. A little,
Yeah, right?
Not great.
Oh,
Where
took a
is
hit.
the exit?
Don't want to take a hit from black enemies. Like those black skeleton riders do a ton of damage. They are definitely a source of pain.
Yeah, already down to half health in this, and still has 3 floors to go. When you lose the Obsidian, yeah, it is. When you lose the Obsidian damage by taking a hit, it gets worse. Oh, don't jump into that guy.
That was a big hit. Oh, he's scared. Getting the free scroll ready. Getting the free scroll ready. And the electric. Okay. Okay, we got electric damage.
This is really sketchy. Okay, got a heart. Meanwhile, Tuff is now on to the same floor as Rattata-Jack. Let's see if Tuff can handle it a little better. That was really sketchy. There's another heart. Don't get greedy, though.
Oh, that extra heart is so nice. Okay.
Oh, it's so nice.
This...
this layout is bad.
Iron Knuckle was blocking so much right there. Okay. Tuff Foe has a little bit better handling right there.
Okay, using... Oh, getting surrounded. It's fine.
Oh, just gets right next to...
Get some floaties. Gets the enchant weapon. All right, and there's the mini-boss for Rattata-Jack. It's a Talus.
Awkward spot.
Very awkward. Look at all these plants.
Look at all these
Gotta dig through the plants.
Where's the exit? Is it to the left? Looks like the exit's covered up. I don't even see it.
Yeah, that Talus. Uh-oh. Okay, good. I was worried that it was gonna delete it or something in soft lock. You never know. Sometimes these.
Tuff! Oh no!
Tuff didn't have any stamina.
Oh, he tried to reflect.
He tried to reflect.
Stamina.
And he actually missed it twice. And that might be curtains for Tuff.
Oh no! And we see Rattata-Jack running.
Rattata-Jack going for it.
He's got a giddy run.
Oh man! I honestly did not see this coming.
I did not see that coming. We were.
If I was a betting man, Tuffwo was my winner here, but it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. We still have a fight. He could die.
Yep.
Maybe
that was really close. Okay, here we go. We're gonna see the bot
locks the game. Oh, this looks good.
No. Oh, okay. What happened?
Yeah, he didn't. The wrong character. So Link doesn't release the.
Oh, Link doesn't have a bomb fairy.
Yeah, he doesn't have the bomb fairy.
So at this point, is it even worth going for? I mean, for swag, probably. Careful, that hurts so much.
It hurts so much.
Missed the bomb fairy. Much sadness. We're gonna have to hope that our.
He mashed too hard. Okay.
He mashed too hard. But it's... Oh, there's Darius everywhere. Woo! And there it is. GG. Rattata-Jack.
Oh, late
released it and scooped it back up.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Oh, man, that was exciting. Geez. And Rattata-Jack is going to be moving into the finals. The first of our play-in racers moving into the finals with U-Rat, who's it, Inknun, Goof, and Spooty Biscuit. So joining the likes of that four.
And Royal Goof, I believe, as well.
Yeah, Goof, Rat, Inknun, Spooty, and now Rattata-Jack.
Rattata-Jack.
GG's. Nice job, Rattata.
Nice job, Rattata-Jack. Tuffo, valiant efforts. I'm glad you used the hook shot that one time. I really appreciated you doing.
Yeah, that was good.
That key.
Pour one out for Tuffo. GG's. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see Tuff again. Very dominant Necrodancer racer and also quite amazing at Cadence of Hyrule. But I think we should probably move right on to the next race or next sort of showpiece. We're going to be showing off Yves featuring Spooty Biscuit.
Spooty Biscuit.
Yeah, and if I could take the reins back here for just a moment while we get ready for the next showcase. We are going to take a quick break, so we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll get that set up, and we'll have Spooty Biscuit with Yves coming up next, just like they said. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Railcoon, and we are back after our first race here on the Community Spotlight. We had one of the matches from Kahoot between Rattata and Tafufo, and next up we've got an Yves showcase with Spooty Biscuit. We've swapped Rat on commentary here for Tic Tac, so Tic Tac, why don't you say hello?
Hi, everybody.
And what can we expect to see here with Yves? Like, quick overview before we get started.
Sure. So Yves is a character you unlock by collecting the 20 Deku seeds spread out throughout the entire map of Hyrule. And you turn in those Deku seeds to Tingle, and you unlock the character Yves. So the special thing about Yves is you only get 1 HP for the entire run. There are ways to keep the health up, though. If you collect some bottles and get potions, you can get a free health back. But ultimately, it'll be a lot of dodging and a lot of swift movement through all these enemies all the way to Ganon.
Is there any upside that goes along with that low health, like in Necrodancer, or is it just strictly hard mode?
I think it's just hard mode. I think it was just the challenge. It's the challenge character of the game. You can't use... Yves doesn't have arms, so you can't use most of the items that require arms. It's just a really hard character. It took me like 70 hours or something to clear, although I don't know if that was accurate. I think I left it running, but yeah, it's really, really hard, and especially late game bosses are brutal and can be really, really bad. So, but I mean, I have full faith in Spooty. He's incredibly good, and we'll get into it, but he finished some serious challenge versions where it was permadeath. If he died, the run was over. He did double tempo permadeath, where it combines the two. It's just wildness. Yeah, he's one of 3 people to ever finish that mode, and he has the world record at like 40 minutes. It's insane. With that, I think if we're all ready, are we good to get started?
Yeah, I'm good. Just letting Spooty know, because he's
Excellent.
going to be focusing on the game here while we talk, so we got to let him know we're about to start. I mean, I don't understand, like, not wanting to talk while playing this incredibly difficult mode, So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, you say that, but what's amazing about Spooty is that he can do that. The only reason he's not in here is because he's watching some dogs that are particularly barky. But he absolutely could do, I mean, if anyone knows, most people should know Spooty. If you don't know him, you should totally get to know the guy. He's amazing. He's incredibly good at video games in general. He did Coda low percent at GDQ at the last AGDQ, I think. And
amazing.
It's ridiculous that he can play. Coda, of course, is even more challenging than Yves. We're seeing the bleep bloops here from Spooty as he's looking around. Now, this is Link's house. This is where Yves starts, so it looks a little different. But I think we're going to see our first overworld key grab with Yves. Now, the meta does shift a little bit on Yves because it's very dangerous. You'll note just the 1 heart container in the top left, and it stays that way. You cannot get heart containers. And you will not be getting any better weapons either. You're just going with the dagger, which I think really is just like a face bop. I don't think.
Just some headbutts going in.
Yeah, I think that's Yves' play, and it looks like they're gonna took a half heart there and grabbed a charm. Not something we saw in the previous runs. This just shows you some things on your mini map there, or on your map, so you can see where dungeons and fairies and things are. Now the meta of this is, Spooty is going to go as quickly as possible to find the Ring of Risk tile. That's really critical. So in the Lost Woods, there is a tile that is guaranteed to have the Ring of Risk. The Ring of Risk gives you ⁻2 damage when you are at 1 heart or less, which of course with Yves is all the time. So it essentially is a full damage up. But coming across the Goron shop right away, guarded by that vicious slime. But it's just going to touch the Sheikah Slate and move on.
A nice thing about the Sheikah slates throughout the overworld too, they'll provide a full heal. So if we are at half a heart, we can find those. They're pretty common throughout the entire map.
Now, personally, I don't know about you, Tic Tac. I don't know how much damage each enemy does. I can give a guess, but I know that like the late game enemies probably do a ton. but I'm sure Spooty knows exactly how much damage each enemy does, so he can take hits from some things like he did with that Octorok earlier, but some things will just straight up kill him. Now he did... Sorry, go ahead.
If you ever find yourself in the situation when you are going to take a damage from 2 different enemies, it is good to know which one's not going to kill you. So that knowledge is important, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we never end up in those situations.
Now there is the potion shop with the eyeball on it. That's going to be really critical later because potions save you if you get hit and die. It resurrects you. And I know that Spooty's going to be trying to do this deathless, so he's going to be looking for that. Now we got a couple questions in chat I just want to answer real quick. Meta, of course, is the overall strategies that you're trying to have when you play a game. And so most games have metas. You have racing meta if you're racing the game versus speedrunning and those sorts of things. And it's just the kinds of strategies and the ideas that you're trying to take into your run. Now, those are really valuable in roguelikes because that's kind of what you use to guide how you're going to run the seed. And so because this is a roguelike and every seed's going to be different, you're going to have an overall sort of strategy that you're looking for. Now, Spooty's going to do a little bit of a skip here using the spear throw to give himself a boost over the wind turbine thing. It's a very strange looking skip. It totally makes sense, but it's kind of weird and hand wavy, so we'll just wave our hands around. And another question was asking about why he was checking the map. And doing the bleep bloops where he brings them up and down again. And so you can actually bring up the map in between beats. So you don't actually lose time checking your map because the in-game time continues whenever you check your map. Whenever you're doing any menuing, there's still the in-game time is going. And so if you can manage to check the map in between your movements, you're going to actually be saving a ton of time. And that's why we see that. It's a little obnoxious, but it's part of the meta. So that's why he's pausing so much. Each pause is a little quick map check. It's ridiculous, but yeah. And the reason is he's pausing so much is because he's looking for specific tiles. Now he's memorized, and here it is. This is actually a really interesting tile. It's both the key tile and the Ring of Risk tile. So this is a tile that he's going to memorize. He's hopefully not going to need to come back here too much, because rings break as you get hit. Hopefully he doesn't get hit too much, but just got the Ring of Risk, so now has 2 damage instead of just 1. And looks like
on the first mushroom there that it's going to make a huge difference with these stronger enemies. Being able to 1 or 2 shot them instead of 3 and 4 shotting them makes it go a lot smoother.
And even though Yves doesn't have hands, can play a lute for some reason, some sort of telekinetic lute powers. And these moblins have 2 health, so going to be killing those. And I believe Spooty will be farming up a little bit of diamonds as well, because the diamonds allow Spooty to buy a bottle, and those bottles are where he'll be keeping the potions that will keep him alive. Definitely the main idea here.
Right there, you just saw one of Yves' first special moves, and that is to duck under the ground, and it dodges enemies attacking him. So you can use that as a quick escape, and if an enemy is on top of Yves, when we stand up, it just launches the enemy out of the way, which is fantastic.
Which is actually a mechanic the levers use as well. Levers are a sort of Roomba-like enemies in the desert, and they also will launch you if you're on top of them when they pop out of the ground. And yeah, you can see Spooty is clearing these rooms to get the diamond count high. The diamonds don't disappear when you die. They're very important in this run because that, again, is what's going to allow Spooty to buy bottles. And so he's looking for beetle bottle shops to buy the bottles of the beetle bottle shop. And then use those on the to get the potions, which will give him a little bit of breathing room, because currently if he gets hit, he's dead. And he'll lose any of his items that are in the HUD, essentially. So you lose your ring, your shovel, your torch, and keys. There's the beetle bottle shop. Gets himself a bottle from the beetle bottle shop, and is gonna head, maybe not gonna fill it quite yet. Now there's 3 potion shops. For it. Good point. Yes, money farming. Oh, there's another beetle bottle shop. So get another bottle from the beetle bottle shop. Now, farming money is actually, there's a meta to that too. There it is. So that was what all that map checking was about. Now Spooty has got 2 bottles. They're empty, but getting there. And so, yeah, what the farming meta is, I don't know if you've seen it before, Tic Tac, with the glass shovel. Have you seen that?
I have not. Oh, I can guess what it is, though. Is when we get the glass shovel, we find a shopkeeper, and you can just dig the shopkeeper walls?
That's right. Yeah, so the glass shovel is the strongest shovel in terms of what it can dig, but if you take a hit, it breaks. So instead, you just get the glass shovel, and then you dig out the shopkeeper's walls, which are made out of gold and full of rupees. So you can actually farm it. And there's a little bit of farming, and actually, there is a spot on the map that is a guaranteed glass shovel, and we're going to see that in a second, because it is, in fact, in the desert here. And I think Spooty might be checking. So like how Zelda had secret moves, you saw previously had the Naru's Love, Din's Fire. Yves has, as Tic Tac was saying, the duck under the ground move. But the other move that Yves, took half a heart there. Watch out. A little spicy. Okay, got the heal up on the Sheikah Slate, and is going to bomb that Talus for a useless weapon. Actually, I should say not entirely useless, because when you pick up weapons, it actually gives those to Zelda and Link for when you fight Ganon at the end. And there is the other secret item. It is the Seed Spit. Because you're a little Deku Shrub, I guess you can fire seeds out of your mouth with stamina. So there you go.
And if we go for the third, there is a third bottle as well as the Beetle Bottle shops. It will always be on the beach, located in the surf shop.
That's right, where you would normally get the snorkel. And actually what we're gonna see here is I didn't know this existed when I first played through, but you can go behind here and there's fairies. And so he's actually, instead he's gonna grab the fairies. Now it's fixed beat, so it looks really goofy. He's trying to catch fairy, there's one fairy. And he's got the other bottle out and he's trying to grab the other fairy. It's really goofy. Get the cute Benny Hill soundtrack. But now he's safe. If he dies, he's gonna gain, he's just gonna use up a fairy, as usual. Now we're going to be doing the Temple of Storms, and actually you can see he went straight into he didn't do the skip, because the skip actually causes you to take damage, and he doesn't want to do that, so he's actually going to have to fight through both floors of the Temple of Storms. How I say snorkel? What's wrong with... It must be a Canadian thing.
Sounds correct to me.
I didn't hear anything weird.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. So the pause buffering is checking your map. It looks like there's a buffer, but it's actually just in between the beats, like I said. That's sort of just speedrun strats. The Temple of Storms is actually kind of unique because it's got wind traps. So you can actually, one wind trap, those ones on the floor can boost you up. And then there's other ones that boost you horizontally. And yeah, that's the first floor done. A bunch of useless items. I think you can use the feather with Yves.
To do some dodging, but I think that would be more of a panic mode, and we don't want to panic.
Well, there is, I know that Yves can use downstab, because the way you're technically supposed to get to the Temple of Storms is using downstab, and not the way Spood did it earlier with the weird, wacky spear throw dodge thing.
That's right.
And you can actually downstab on top of enemies, and using the feather, you can jump onto their heads and then use them as a boost to get up on top of walls and stuff. Oh, Spoody taking half a heart there. It's okay, still got his fairies in the bottle. You can see him in the top right. And he's looking around for, I think he's gonna be going in that shop and getting himself another key.
So Spoody will need a total of 7 keys once again, correct? Just like the racers.
That is, I don't know if he does the swamp skip, because the swamp skip would mean, oh, nice dodge on that bomb there. That was really sketchy. So he did get the coupon. I imagine he's going to be getting the Goron Locket, just as we saw in that last race, the last non-Yves race there. Forgot to give Yves arms, that's right. Oh, and using a little boost from the Lizalfos there to get over that
really
bounce
clever.
Trap. Very nice play. Yeah, that's a classic Necrodancer strat. Now this, okay, it didn't take long enough, but it's so funny. So as soon as you duck under the ground, enemy AI doesn't know where you are. And so then some enemies just wander, and some enemies know how to wander right off the edge. And that's what we just saw that Dark Net do there, which is so funny. All right, and that is the Temple of Storms done. I don't think Spooty's going to go for Glockenspiel. Oh, but he got some Boots of Power, and he is going to go for Glockenspiel. I stand totally corrected. Going to be using all the Bomb Chews here. You need roughly like 50 Bomb Chews on this play. Just throw all the Bomb Chews. It's going to be fine. Usually, though, you actually do 3, and I think that's what he did. He's also got 3 damage. He's got to be super careful because this guy hurts. And once those heads start bouncing around all diagonal-like, it's awkward. But there it is, flawless.
Well done.
He's gonna, very nicely done, yeah. Now I will point out that you do not have to go to Kakariko in this run because you do not need to unleash Link because it's single character mode. So this game, you can have single character mode or story mode. And in single character, obviously you can play one of the single characters. And there's 4 characters you can play: Link, Zelda, Yves, and Cadence. Cadence, of course, probably the worst character, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Great character in terms of like character development and design, but not a good character in terms of being fast at this game. Yeah, Yves is also very cute. It's a very fun character, has good sound effects.
Very high-pitched noises throughout the entire run.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants, right? Is this a Beetle shop? What is this? I don't know what is. That's a Freddy. Okay, just found a Freddy shop. Now, the Freddy shops, for those of you who are not familiar with Necrodancer, Freddy Merchantry, the shopkeeper in this game, and in Necrodancer, sings to the songs. It's a beloved thing. It's so good. And, oh, here's Kemos, so I'm going to be getting a key. And you can actually hear where Freddy is by, as you get closer, his singing gets louder. And so that's probably how Spooty spotted that shop, and he was just taking a little glance in the shop there. Yves double tempo permadeath world record is faster than just Cadence single character. Yeah. Not a lot of people play Cadence.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Cadence single character going on.
Nope. All right, we're gonna get the flippers here. Not able to use Naru's Love on that quick kill, so just gonna kill it and make their way. And probably, gotta wait for that fish, not the fish. Gonna make their way into the grotto. Chat's distracting me. They're very funny. Okay, so we're doing that first floor skip. I'm gonna pick up a shovel of stamina. Not the most necessary thing as Yves, but it can be helpful. And we're gonna go check Freddy out. He's got a key, he's got a Torch of Wisdom. You can re-up it. The Torch of Wisdom that he had, as you can see there, was under half. So just getting the duration back a little bit. Have a little more time with the item site. Quite good, and he's digging through here. Probably the more enemies you avoid, the better when you're Yves, and you can die in one hit. I don't know what that rider was doing. He was just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, they don't move right away when you enter the shop, and it gets super awkward, like you're saying.
I can see why that would be programmed into the game because they move every beat, but it can be really awkward if they're just standing there like, are you gonna move or? All right, so we're gonna see a Wizrobo fight. This fight can be really spicy. As you can see, Spooty is just firing off, hoping to hit Wizrobo. And now has to do some quick dodges. Nicely done, and gonna get the kill. Very nice fight.
Yeah, good flawless victory there.
Spooty is very good at this game. Yeah, currently the soundtrack is not available. They're working on it, is my understanding. Not available in any sort of official purpose. So, according to Spooty, gave me some notes at the beginning of this. So as he gets to the Lost Swamp, which is one he still needs to do, he's gonna need hover boots apparently for this Lost Swamp skip, because the spit doesn't work to do the 2-floor skip. So. You can't knock the little block around if you know what I mean. So he's gonna have to use hover boots to jump across to push the block to get the 2-floor skip. And bomb himself, which will cost him a fairy or a potion, but it's worth it for skipping an entire dungeon.
Makes the run that much safer.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, some key just in the lava. Okay.
Wonderful.
Good thing Yves got that gauntlet.
And one thing to note too, in every second floor of each dungeon, the shopkeeper will always have a key. So that's why we see Spooty going to the shopkeep right away on the second floors here.
Yeah, in the first floor, I think it's guaranteed to be a heart piece, but of course with Yves, there's no heart pieces. And it looks like he's readying up. Is that a damage? That might be a damage scroll because these base Guitarmos Knights have tons of health, so you're gonna want to get your damage up. Now, because the hot coals will not hurt him, so you can just attack straight on them. Normally, if you waste a beat standing on those hot coals, it'll do damage to you. But because of the Goron Locket, he's safe. And he's making quick work of Guitarmos Knights. Really well done. And yeah, he's just gonna get some money. Grabbing that money's pretty good, so he can buy potions later if he wants. So yeah, there's a question in chat about just the beats. So the beats at the bottom are there for you to be following, and so when they meet the Triforce, that's when you're supposed to push the button. But it's essentially, nobody looks at that when they play. You're supposed to just follow the beat. This is the hover tower. So this is where the hover boots are. This is a really obnoxious, nice use of the bomb there to kill that Deku Scrub and the Octorok. So like I was saying, now that Spooty's got it, I think he's got everything but the swamp. So he's gonna grab these hovers to get the swamp skip.
He's been moving right along pretty quick throughout this entire run.
Oof, black Tektites, so scary. Yeah, this has been a really fast run right now. I'm not sure about like world record times. I imagine somebody in chat might know, but who knows? Maybe he's got a really good pace going, because this seems fast to me. That's for sure. Oh, this tower is so annoying to fight. And now he's got to kill that Octorok. How do you even... He's going to bomb it. Okay, that worked. That looked a little awkward the way the bomb was, but it made sense. It was diagonal down. And now what? What do we do here? What's the plan? Yeah, I was going to say bomb chew. Oh, but it was 2 tiles down. He can't kill it.
Up there.
What do you do? Does he bring the brick around?
Yeah, I think he's got to shoot it.
Oh,
yeah,
you had to shoot it and take a hit. That worked, though. Nicely done. Little bit of puzzling there from Spooty. Well done. Hey, speaking of Danny B style, what's up, Danny? Yeah, he managed the Deku Spit, but had to take a hit. And there we're going to see the hover strat. Had to use hovers and actually used a fairy there. And I think he's going to use a fairy here, too. So I think he has no fairies.
That's correct.
Yike. Yeah, he's got none. Oh, is he going to catch? Oh, man.
Getting the Dark Fairy for the upcoming Ganon skip.
Spooty's going to go for the Ganon skip. That's exciting.
That's real good. And this screen, this boss key screen, will always have a Dark Fairy in it too, so it's, I imagine, planned.
And now he's gonna fight Gomarakas with no safety, because it's Spooty and he's crazy.
Confidence is all you need.
That's right. He certainly has that. He actually goes and kills these slimes, so he doesn't have to deal with the little, what are they? The spawn, little nymphs or whatever they'd be called. Maraka nymphs. All right, he's gonna let Gomaraka laser the eggs there. That's a little brutal, honestly. But okay. And there it is, the kill, the flawless, and gets the money up. He's probably gonna go straight to the potion shop now and buy a couple of potions to fill up those, or I guess 1 potion to fill up the 1 jar that he has. Because the other jar has an anti-fairy, because... Oh my god!
Oh, jeez!
That's insane! That's rude. Game. Okay. That's not fair. Now, he loses, I guess, keys there?
Yep.
Oh, that...
All of his money, so he can't buy the potion.
That is incredibly rude.
That's just...
Immediate Tektite, lol. Sheesh. So unfortunately taking a death there. Good thing that this game, it wasn't permadeath. If it was, I can only imagine how upset that would make Spooty. All right, Spooty's hiding right now. I don't think he wants to go into the Lost Woods. If he does, he's gonna have to go back around. So this is just a really awkward spot. So luckily, he understands the wolf AI. That makes one of us.
Okay. So he wants to get the potion over the fairies again, though, because they both work right away if you lose all your health, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Potions and fairies are the exact same for Yves. Oh, maybe he's trying to get...
He's got to get the ring
Keys.
again. And
Oh,
keys.
that's what's happening. Oh, took a hurt. Oh my god. And of course, because he's killed all the. Oh, this is bad. Those two. Okay, they're gonna time up. There you go. Okay, now he killed the one. This is so awkward because he only has 1 damage. Yeah, getting this ring is very important. Lost the ring when he died. All right. Yeah, he's gonna have some of the hardest fights. Okay, he's going up here. I believe there is a heart. Oh, there's just a torch on the ground.
I think he's going back to the fairy waterfall.
Didn't he get a potion?
No, he didn't have enough money because he died. You lose all
Right.
your money too.
You lose all your money. You lose everything. Everything. All right, so he's going to the fairies. Oh man, that was so brutal. That was really bad. Yeah. It's fine. We still love this game.
It's fine and it's fun.
That's right. Don't you forget it. Yeah, that was really, really rude. Yeah, they moved immediately. Unlike, the riders like we were talking about that don't move immediately. The Tektites do. And yeah, took a death there. We're all very sad for Spooty. It's fine. He's still gonna do amazing. Is he going to this Freddy shop here? He got the fairy.
There's some boots in here, I think.
Boots of Power, maybe?
I believe that was. Oh, he's killing.
Oh, he's
Doesn't have
killing
money, that's right.
Freddy. For the boots? Or
I'm
is
pretty
this
sure it was attack boots.
the coupon
there.
for
Yep.
the Boots of Power? All right. And now he's gonna make his way into Hyrule Castle, I think. I do not know the meta so well with this one because I haven't seen this as much as I've seen the standard story mode. But yeah, I think he's got all the instruments, so he is now on his way to Hyrule Castle. I am so spooked. He's got only 1 potion, so he can only take 1 hit, essentially. He's got to fight through 3 floors in Hyrule Castle, kill Octavo, 4 floors in Future Hyrule, and then quick kill Ganon is the plan. So he currently does not have keys, but he's gonna get them in the castle, I guess. And it's not fun. But here he goes. I believe in Spooty. Mm-mm. All right, so yeah, he's gonna be looking for rooms with little boss faces on them. Okay, you gotta watch those statues. The purple ones don't attack you when you're Zelda, but they definitely do attack you when you're Yves. And there's gold ones too that also attack you. Everything attacks you. But yeah, you see that boss face there behind a locked door. He's looking for, I guess gold ones don't attack you. I stand corrected. He's looking for a boss door that doesn't have a locked door in front of it, and that's going to give him a key. It's a boss arena. You also got to really watch out for archers. They will snipe you. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. There was there's a turret that was guarding. And watch out, there is a sniper / archer. Okay, he's gonna have to duck.
Fire there and had to duck under to not take the fire damage.
I didn't even notice that.
That was really good.
Nicely done, Spooty. Oh man, I'm sweating over here. This is so sweaty. Oh, it's the color of your magic meter is what's safe. I didn't know that. That's cool design. I like that. Okay, we're gonna see him hide in a hole, and there goes the Dark Knuck. Just like that.
That's my new favorite skip. So
oh, the world record is 27 minutes. So we're coming up on that right now. Of course, that death was fairly costly. And there's another boss arena there. Looks like Spooty's also going to check the shop. Now, he has a coupon, so he's got to be careful. Please be careful, Spooty. He's going to get attacked. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm so afraid. I think he knew. He must have known, but it looked like there was some hesitation there. Okay. Because, yeah, whenever you have a coupon and you use it, Freddy's like, you can't use that here. Even though you can, because you get whatever it is. But then he attacks you.
It's a weird exchange system, that coupon.
Okay. That hand, what is it, Wallmaster?
They don't drop in during your key arena, so you just have to be careful for it once you clear.
Right. But it's also going to just menacingly jump around up top.
That's right.
House of Pain style. Spoot did grab, yes. Spoot has a bomb fairy, I believe.
Wow, that teleport was...
It was nice, and there's a key, so he's all good for keys now. In fact, he's more than good for keys. Got an extra one. And he's gonna just dig on through. See if you can find the exit. I think I see it, bottom left. And it's gonna check, get some protection boots. Nah, gonna keep the boots of power. That's gonna be good for Octavo. 3 damage on Octavo is a pretty critical threshold, so it's a nice pickup. That key there was a feel bad moment. Yeah, I spent the time. Oh,
that was a great dodge.
Immediate reactions. Come on, Spooty's such a gamer god. There it is. Battle shovel too. So now if he digs a wall and attacks, he'll do infinite damage. I think it's infinite, or is it just +1? I don't know. It's infinite in
+2 in this game.
+2? Okay. I think they steered clear of the infinite damage stuff in this game. But, okay. So, Octavo, this took me so much longer than any of the other boss fights in my Yves playthrough. It's brutal. It's really hard. He does that sort of knockback thing. It deafens you. You can't hear the beat.
Oh, jeez. That doesn't look.
Really sketchy.
That looks real nervous.
Yeah, the dodging there, and dodging through the fireballs too, really well done. It's a good thing he's got the 3 damage, but those Wizrobes now, he's gonna want to kill some of those. They're not your friends, and there's now 3 of them. Okay, wow, Spooty. Okay.
Oh, the fireball.
Yeah,
dodges.
the fireballs. This is like you get 1 hit, and okay. Oh, what's happening?
We're frozen, but we're fine.
What was that? Kill these Wizrobes, please. Okay, he's gonna need to kill. Why are there so many Wizrobes?
There are a lot of them.
Okay. No, I'm not okay. I'm so stressed out right now. Oh no!
Oh, spawned right next to him. There was like 1 beat to react there.
Oh, now we gotta ring a risk right away. He's gonna have to go grab something. Oh. That's no. Check tight. All right, take a breath there, Spooty.
Yeah, that's a bad teleport right
He's
there.
got the coupon, so he can just buy the potion. I think that's the plan.
There we go.
But he's gonna want to go get that ring of risk now, and the boots perhaps. Oh,
the Dark Fairy does stay in the bottle on death,
Yes.
so we don't have to get that again.
that's right. So unfortunately, a little bit of farming required. Took a hit from some weird fireness, I believe. Spawn camper, yep. Okay, we're here again with those mushrooms.
This is the real boss fight here.
Yeah, you gotta wait for them to line up. 1 moves every 3, 1 moves every 2, so they eventually line up. It's a syncopated rhythm. There you go. Okay, don't even need to kill it. Just go make your way. All right. Is he gonna go get the boots? What are we doing here?
Not sure. We have that bottle already.
Is he just jumping in? What's happening? Yeah, maybe.
The left item, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reflect torch. I like that. So that's gonna save him from any.
Diamonds.
Yeah. Oh, he's not done yet. Still farming up a bit.
I think he's getting some health here.
Protection boots. Maybe should get a heart.
It's right there, yeah.
Oh, man.
He'll be fine.
Is it hot in here?
one.
It's so
It's that
hot
one.
here. I'm
Okay.
I'm like drenched. Oh my goodness. Ah.
Take a sip of some water, you lad. You'll be
Okay. All right. I will.
Here's Octavo again.
Got to replace. Okay. So we're on to Octavo again. Can only take 2 hits. Only doing 2 damage this time around. Doesn't have the boots of power. Please kill the Wizrobes. Okay, he's just rolling with the reflect. I like that. Just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna use this reflect torch. Okay. That was Octavo just like completely wrecking 2 of the Wizrobes, which is really great. He can be your friend sometimes. Feel like Spooty could use the spit. Okay, gonna dodge here. That's fair.
That's a good dodge.
Oh man, there's still Wizrobes. Why? Why? Please. Okay,
There's
one
one
more
more
Wizrobe
gone.
died. There's only one. Only one Wizrobe. And oh, you had your chance. Kill it. There it is. Okay. All right,
wanna
now it's
get
just
back.
the Gleeok heads, which are actually the worst of all of them. And he had to duck underneath. Wow. And using bombs, I like it, but there's 3 Gleeok heads now. You don't want those.
Oh, the
he took a
deafen-
hit. He took a hit, and he's gonna bomb that one Gleeok head and hide, but he's gonna have mini bosses on him right now. This is really sketchy. The Dairas are really mean, and they start spawning in a lot. It's like, what?
Ooh, good
okay,
bomb.
kick the bomb.
Great bomb.
Okay, now there's a Lionel.
No.
This is so bad. Get the bomb.
Got it.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh.
That was
You're
great.
definitely more nervous than Spooty right now.
I'm sure I was. He is cool as a cucumber, this guy. I'm sweating big. That was, yeah. Wow. Okay, gets another potion, and we're on to Dark Hyrule. Dark Hyrule, not as bad as Octavo. Honestly, Octavo is probably the hardest part of the run, thankfully. I don't think I could take too much more of that. But yeah, once you start spawning in mini bosses, they don't stop spawning. I was on my one run where I had like 3 full potions, got to that phase of Octavo, and then I was hiding, and suddenly there was like 7 Dairas, and they were running around. It's really, really sketchy. So, word of the wise, be careful. Getting himself a potion, though. Sorry, a map, not a potion. And is going to be fighting this Dark Knight here.
Ooh, these vines are going to be growing.
Yeah, that's honestly maybe okay, because there's sort of... Oh, watch out, there's some enemies coming in. Okay, gonna keep the Ring of Risk. Ring of Protection's nice. Who wants the Ring of Risk? The vines can set up kind of like some walls, which is good. I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's a nice little barrier there.
Thinking about maybe that electricity. Oh,
wonderful.
This is good, except for it's a white Daira, which is not good. But I'm sure Spooty knows how to fight these guys.
Ready to 1v1.
Yeah. So they move 2 beats and then they pause. And it's really confusing, but he got it. Really nicely done. Now, I did want to point out earlier, I believe Spooty picked up some glass spears. I know that his Ganon fight meta is to give glass spears to Link and Zelda. So that is why he picked those up earlier. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. That Wizrobe.
Flanked from behind there.
Yeah. But actually the bat sort of took the bullet there. And that is now an open enemy room to the right. There's a Wizrobe behind you.
It's time to get out of here.
Yeah, this is... Without this ability, I don't know if Yves would have been possible. And you really got to watch out for the archers. They are really mean. Okay, kill the Wizrobe, please. Go off the potion. Go off the potion. Okay, so I think this is the last
the
floor.
bosses are coming right down too.
Yeah, coming down. Just gotta hope that bat just plays nice. You could actually kill the bat. There it is. Bat died. Okay. All right. This is good. This is actually really good.
This has been a really smooth Dark World, all things considered.
Now, that is really sketchy because that's ice, and when you're sliding on ice, you cannot move. You just have to hope that there's nothing on the other side ready to kill you.
That wolf.
The wolf! Okay, the wolf ran away. Jeez. Now, is Spooty gonna grab those bombs? No, he's just like, I'm not gonna risk this anymore, because now what he can do is create a save point here. And we are finally on to Ganon.
He's gonna go back and just get bombs in the overworld, I think.
Yeah, grab a potion. He has 2 bomb chews, but yeah, I think he's gonna... He's thinking about it. No, he's just going straight for Ganon. All right,
going for
Spooty.
it.
Fair enough. Do the thing. Oh. I didn't think I was going to get this sweaty on this. This is really tense. Okay, so this is what he does. So he, like, unlocks Link, and then, sadly, it's, like, kind of tragic, but, like, the true hero now is the one who's doing the fight. Like, Yves just kind of hides and pokes Ganon.
This is a really clever way to do the fight, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is way better than the way I did it. So, all right, are we going to see...
He's setting up for it.
He's setting up for it. Yeah, he wants to do the bomb fairy kill. Does he? Is that what's on his right?
Yes.
Select there. It looks like there's a bomb fairy. Okay, he's gonna want to maybe deal with these bad guys.
He's gonna have to take care of that coffin up there too. It's gonna continually spawn enemies here.
Yeah, and you don't want that. Okay. Or is he just going for it now? I think he is. And there's the bomb fairy, and he did it.
Hey,
you win. Done. It's so weird.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. Well done, Spooty. That was really tense.
35-53. Nice.
Yeah, well under estimate, which is pretty great. Couple of really brutal deaths, those Tektite positions at the potion shop. And yeah, that's the Ganon skip. We might see that in the upcoming races. That is a hilarious bug where, yeah, just the bomb fairy explodes before Ganon's, I guess after the cutscene starts and it blows him up. I don't know. But then the game goes, hey, Ganon's dead. I guess you win, and then you do. So, and there you go. That's Yves. And you can play at home too, if you really want to.
That's right.
All right. With that, I think we're good for the Yves showcase. Is there anything else you guys want to cover before we go to break real quick?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go get a towel and some more water.
That sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back right after this, guys. Welcome back, everyone. That was a great showcase by Spoody playing Yves for us real quick. That was very impressive, and I'm pretty sure that Elad has recovered by now.
I'm good.
Before we get into our last match of the day here, I just want to say thanks to everybody who's participated so far. That's Rada Jack Tufufo. I have to stop and think about it every time. Spoody Biscuit, Elad, Rat Racing, and we're moving on now to Cancel versus Oblivion for our last match. I do want to say real quick that Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscriptions and bits. We would appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to support future broadcasts. But we've got another best of 3 here, Cancel versus Oblivion. What do we need to know about these racers?
Well, once again, this play-in is a money match. The winner of this goes into the finals, or into the playoffs, I guess. Yeah, Cancel is one of my oldest buddies in terms of, so there won't be any biases, but in terms of, he and I were the ones originally who started Condor, like 5 years ago or whatever, and has been helping with Kahoot as well. So he is one of the staff members who helps run the tournament, but is also an excellent Cadence of Hyrule player. And then Oblivion has been was in the Necrodancer community forever ago. So both these racers have excellent Necrodancer mechanics. Both of them tons of game knowledge. I know Cancel's been pushing a lot of the meta, trying to find lots of skips and those sorts of things as well. So this is gonna be a really good matchup.
All right, so I believe we're almost ready to go. I think we're just waiting for players. This is the question I was going to ask you, and it's the train completely left the station.
All right, hold on just a sec. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like.
So
we're just
yeah, I'll
making
count
sure
down.
players are
I'll
ready.
count down. Yeah, once they. So yeah, they're gonna ready up in our Condor bot, and then once they we'll see them go, but there's like a pretty large lag time before the actual run starts. There's like a loading time where I think it's sort of sussing out the seed and placing all the tiles.
Yeah. So while we're waiting for all of the race stuff to finalize here, it is the point where we can say, if you guys have been enjoying this broadcast, well, we're gonna have even more Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, here we go.
Looks like we're about to
3, 2, 1, go.
on the 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that.
Yes, we are going to have the finals of Kahoot 3. When all the big money is going to be won, we're going to see some of the fastest races. It's going to be spicy. It's a double limb bracket, so there'll be some losers round matches. There'll be grand finals. Very, very exciting. So stick around for that. I mean, stick around for the whole week. I'm sure there's plenty of other great stuff going on. And then, yeah, on Sunday. All right, well, here we go. We're going to start seeing those classic bleep bloops. We got a wall to the right, so Cancel's going to be actually going to go south. It looks like there's swamp all the way around. So both of our racers are going to be trying to identify the tiles on the swamp. Cancel going to hit that Sheikah Slate and then head up. So far, not much. There appears to be more wall. Oh, that's a bee. Okay,
Oh, the
Oblivion
bee.
had a bee. A bee outside the beetle shop where the beetle bottle lives. This is good stuff. Dr. Seuss made this scene.
Early swamp is excellent too, because that's one of the fastest loots you can get to start the runoff.
So you
Oh,
guys
is one of
mentioned the bees a few times before. What's the big scary thing about having the bee in the bush?
Well, the bees move randomly, and you don't expect them. And they can do things like if you're on fixed beat mode and then you open a bush and a bee pops out, then it goes back to beat mode and it's really awkward. But also, it's a bit of a just community meme because those bees have caused so much strife for Spoody in his Yves quests. Because of course the bees will kill you so quickly and they just pop out of nowhere. So they're kind of like a bit of a surprise, and yeah, pretty funny in general. We do have our first Sheikah Slate touch there for Oblivion. So Oblivion's gonna be the first one into the swamp, grab the loot, and get out of there. Gonna teleport away and make their way, I think, to Lake Hylia. Looks like Cancel's gonna kill that Lionel. What is that, a Ring of Charisma? That's pretty much garbage. Just lowers your shop.
This poison pit key, it's only going to cost them 1.5 hearts to get, so it's well worth getting that overworld key.
Yes. Yeah, the keys are very valuable. So both racers are pretty much neck and neck here, though Cancel did not grab The Sheikah Slate, I don't think, for the swamp. Did he? Oh, maybe he did. No, he did. He did. My bad. Yep, I missed that. Too busy talking about bees. But yeah, it looks like Cancel is going to do the clear this tile. This is a thing that some racers do, some racers don't. And so as soon as those two Hylian Knights die, Cancel's going to be able to fast move on this tile until he clears a dungeon. Whereas Oblivion just continued on. So it took a little extra time for Cancel, but he might save that time later. Sort of that cost benefit.
And that's just weighing. So he can come back and get a bomb chew quickly later if he wants?
Exactly. Yeah, once you get the glove, you can do the bomb chew dupe. You get 2 bomb chews. Bomb chews are super valuable in this. And then also you do have to come back to that tile if you're going to go to Lake Hylia. And so there's a few times, that's a pretty, it's a Nexus tile. You got to come back and forth to it a few times. So it's not the worst idea to set it up that way.
And you can expect the racer to not do a lot of dungeons right away, because once you complete a dungeon, the overworld's going to reset. So we'll be teleporting back to that fixed speed before dungeons.
Yeah, exactly. So doing it at the beginning makes the most sense, not somewhere between doing your dungeons.
But both racers into the desert here are going to get that all-important titanium dagger, getting up to 2 damage.
Yeah, it's rare to see racers not do that. I don't think any of the racers who do that strategy are still in the tournament. Maybe for that reason, I don't know. It's a bold strategy to skip. It does take a bit of time to grab, but it's been it can really save you, especially if you struggle to find any weapons to infuse. And a bit of a wall walk here. Looks like the Cadence room is in the worst possible spot in the bottom left. But I think both these racers are going to value Din's Fire. You can actually skip that. You don't need it. But it's essentially like a mobile bomb. We saw it earlier with the quick kill on Wizrobo. You can also light the torch in Hyrule Castle from it. All right, and that was a Sheikah Slate touch in the desert for Cancel. So slight lead for Cancel here. Did Oblivion? Oh, Oblivion must have got the touch too.
Correct, yep. And Cancel's doing a wall walk up, looking for Kakariko Village.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's what you want to get Kakariko before Death Mountain, of course. Hey, there's a Keynos. Note the key. Sometimes it doesn't look like a key, but in this case, it's a really nice looking Keynos. Very nice. And that is Kakariko Village there for Oblivion. Got there a little quicker than Cancel. I guess the wall walk was not as good as just heading north. So yeah, slight lead for Oblivion now, as Cancel is just behind. Still lots of things can happen though to change this up.
No Torch of Wisdom yet though, so we don't know what's in that gold chest.
Thank you, yes, exactly. Yeah, the gold chests have the base weapons in them, but it could just be a base broadsword, and it's not something.
Could be Link's weapon or Cadence's weapon too, and can't even use those.
Yeah, they are fun though. I do like their weapons, especially the longsword. It's so funny and giant.
Yes,
but you never use it because it's Link. All right, we are going to have a woke Link, speaking of, for Oblivion. So woke. And Oblivion's out of there. Now, he's got 2 keys right now. I don't think he grabbed all the keys you could in Kakariko.
No,
I might be mistaken, but he killed
Keynos.
So. Yeah. So the key difference is pretty big right now. We're seeing Cancel with 5 keys, and Oblivion only having 2. Just 2. So that's pretty big. And using one of those keys, I guess total count is 3 for Oblivion and 5 for Cancel, based on the fact that they've used 1 each. Cancel's going to be waking up Link in a second, and there is a Sheikah Slate touch for Oblivion. And there is Link awoke for Cancel.
Looks like he's going right into the Frozen Grotto. Going to be their first dungeon.
I do like early Grotto. I think it just feels like it's a difficult dungeon, so doing it early when the enemies aren't so beefy is nice. There is another key just sitting on the floor. Who put all these keys there? Johnny Apple Key.
There is some talk about having the grotto your last dungeon, because then you can just run straight up to the castle to start that going, now that we can one-shot Wizrobo. but we haven't seen many racers implement that yet.
Yeah, originally Wizrobo was considered the hardest boss, and so was often tried to be done early, which is what we're seeing here. Now we're going to see a Bombchu bow strat, which does enough damage to put Wizrobo into this phase, which is then very easy to kill. And, oh, nice. Oblivion finding a flail.
Wonderful.
So going to infuse that flail. That's one of the 2 weapons you're kind of looking for, the base weapons. That's going to be real nice.
Yeah, Oblivion's going to go straight to infuse that right away. We've been seeing a few racers do Obsidian, but I imagine we'll see a Titanium infuse here.
I don't know if I've ever seen an Obsidian flail. I mean, maybe, but I've seen Obsidian rapiers. I wonder if there's like a big meaningful difference there.
And going
right,
for
it is Titanium. Yep, and we're going to see the exact same thing here from Cancel. The bow Wizrobo fight, and it looks like it's going to be just as good. But the problem is this is not seeded. What does he get? A rapier! Wow! That's fun. Flail versus rapier. I would say the edge goes to rapier, but the flail's really good as well. That's good. I'm really glad that it wasn't like a longsword or something like that. Or a broadsword.
Yeah.
Or a dagger.
So the boss chests aren't affected by the seed?
Nope. No, they're not.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're a little sad about that. But yeah, like the pool is small, but it does matter. It is meaningful. Ooh, and we've got a courage flail right now. The flailapult for Oblivion.
Yeah, it's not a catapult anymore from Necrodancer.
And that's the last Sheikah Stone touch, and he's gonna do the quick link. Hello, goodbye. Get that skip, and off you go. And Cancel not too far behind, so just a slight lead from Oblivion here. This is a really close race. Both racers fairly on the rails. It's cool. And so we're going to see 1 floor of the Temple of Storms for both racers. And you can see that Courage ring coming in play for Oblivion. Oblivion just pushing through, not even farming up keys, just going. So when you have the Ring of Courage, it actually springs you forward after you kill an enemy. So you can see that with the, he has a glass spear right now.
Ooh, Cancel with the double bomb strat with Zelda. We don't need Link's help.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually avoid using Link by doing a double bomb, and you can get your health rate back anyways. Hard to say if it's faster. I think it is marginally faster, but only marginally. And already a Gliockesphere. These racers are going real fast. And nice use of the...
If Oblivion's skipping the keys in the dungeons because they know where the overworld keys are, and they're just going to collect those.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about that in our last showcase yesterday, that knowing your overworld keys might be one of the key metas of the game. Pun totally intended.
Or just going to Kakariko?
Oh, maybe he's going to farm Kakariko. I mean, that's another one you can do.
Yep.
I'm not too sure about that, though.
I'm not sure about this either.
Because it's not guaranteed. Now, oh, you know what? He probably saw the Goron shop and needs to get the
right.
Goron charm. So, gonna be getting the key out of there anyways, and then, head over to the Goron shop. That's what I say. Meanwhile, Cancel grabbing some diamonds and getting the Glock and spiel.
Oblivion trying to bring up the mat quickly, shot off a Din's fire by accident. It happens.
Oh, nice. That's always what you want to be doing. All right, Lost Woods for Cancel. Nice little quick wraparound skip there, I like that. And he's got the courage as well, so he's using the infamous rocket build. You rocket ahead. Every time you kill an enemy, you can get a dash, which is really fast. You can see that there. And there is the Goron shop. I did not see it on the map, but clearly Oblivion did. So picking up the Goron locket, and it's probably, we're going to see a difference here in which castle they're going to. My guess is that Cancel is hoping to see some floaty boots in the Lost Woods. I guess you don't see floaty boots in the Lost Woods. You might see it from this Lionel, I guess.
Or the boss fight, still we could get it there, but that's hard to flawless.
Yeah, that's a bit risky.
It looks like they're just getting the Sheikah Stone there, and he's going to back out. They might have seen the Goron shop on Oblivion's screen.
That's right.
And we'll be heading that way.
Yeah, something we didn't talk about, but I think is pretty important to note, given the popularity of Zelda Randomizer and that this game sort of resembles it. We actually allow screen peeking. It's not necessarily we don't see it as having too much of a detriment, just because the races tend to be more on the rails than your randomizer, where if you find out where the flippers are in randomizer, if you can take that information from your opponent, that's really valuable. Here, it's not as big a deal. Really, it's just the hovers, and those aren't necessarily seated, so it's fine. So yeah, we allow for screen peeking, and many of the racers use that, and that's fine. That's true in Necrodancer as well. When we race Necrodancer, we actually prefer them to have screen watching. We find that it has a good rubber banding mechanic for when they're racing. It's really fun. Might be blasphemy to some of Zelda community people, but trust me, it's good. It's good. We could run without it, but I honestly don't see an issue. Maybe if we do permadeath tournaments where more of the items are randomized. There is another mode called permadeath where there's more randomization in the game, and in that case, that might matter more. Finding the location of the flippers or the blood.
Definitely matter.
Yeah, so perhaps in the future.
It would also matter a little bit just because, like, there's some checks that might be really risky to do, and in permadeath, like, do you do the risky check?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, the meta and permadeath, there's a whole bunch of discussion. Essentially, we want the randomizer, but we don't want the permadeath. We like the fact that dying isn't as costly, because if you die and it's over, that's the end of the race, essentially. That's not so fun. So we kind of want what happens here, where you go to the diamond shop and then you can continue-ish where you left off. But we like the more random items because here the flippers and the glove are fixed. So, yeah. But that's true. Risk might be a factor too, depending on if they actually do decide to give another mode. I think the game might still have some... I don't know if they're still working on certain bug fixes. We've seen one bug fix already, so maybe they're still doing that. I don't know. But that looks like, is that go mode already for Oblivion? So a 1420 go mode is really nice.
And Cancel wrapping up theirs too. They both still need one more key, it looks like, and there's Kimos.
Yeah, the Kimos right below Kakariko is really nice. And so Oblivion's off. And Cancel getting the maracas as well. And the bass guitar. Oops, there we go. And also in go mode.
It looks like Cancel is not going to get the third key. Could be just waiting for the second floor of the castle to get that key. But we'll see.
And you see the another way to light that torch. You have to light that torch to open the door, and one of the ways to do it is a bomb chew. You can also use Din's Fire. And I think we're going to see Din's Fire from Cancel. Or... not. There we go. That was sort of awkward. A little bit of a time loss there. Okay, look at that immediate door. So I don't think there's going to be any key farming here for Cancel. Cancel's just going to move right through, knowing that Oblivion probably did the same. Both racers still have their Ring of Courage, which is really awesome and is also probably causing this to be a nice fast seed.
Indeed.
And Oblivion flail-a-pulting right into that next one. There was a boss. There was a key on the boss.
Oh, that's going to be so nice for Cancel.
If Cancel saw that, I hope Cancel... No, Cancel's going shopping.
It doesn't look like it.
That's too bad. That would have been, like, essentially no time loss. And actually is killing because didn't have the money. So this is quite a bit of time loss, tragically. But it's not going to be too bad. You can see that Oblivion is already onto the Octavo fight.
He's probably going to be a bit sad when he sees that key.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yes.
We might see some button mashing. Oh, there wasn't a key.
It's different.
Okay, good job. Good job, Cancel.
Yeah, so that's unseated there because Cancel did a different dungeon order than Oblivion did.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some weirdness with all that. Going back for that courage ring, even though it's almost dead, it'd still be really valuable. Okay. We're seeing some Link strats here.
Link spins.
Why? I don't know why. Why is
It
that? Why is
does
that good?
more damage with the spin. So it's what he's doing a titanium +1/+1 with it, I think.
Oh, is that how it
Attack
works? It
boots?
does 4?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool. I did not know that. Oh, I like how he skipped over the changer switch. Yeah, so for those who maybe aren't familiar with this game, those little arrow switches change which character you are. So in like standard play, you can actually use that, to various advantages depending on which character you want to use. But of course, Zelda is the best character, so really you just want to use Zelda. And nice use of the bow there to finish off Octavo.
That's a great finish.
So Cancel here having 2 more phases remaining, but does have the, is it a 4 damage? Yeah, 4 damage and bow shot for the 5 total. That's really nice. 4 damage on a lunge. And this is the last phase. Didn't manage to block that Dark Net, but killed it right away after. And that's a nice quick kill there. So that was actually pretty good. I think Cancel made a little bit of ground on Oblivion with that fight, but only a little.
And now some of the screen watching strategy can come into play here. If Cancel's keeping an eye on where Oblivion's moving in the Dark World, they'll be able to tell where the exit is right away. Or they can find a map and that'll help.
Yeah. Although it's not super obvious to me. Maybe the map, maybe some people are better with the map than me, but it still just looks like a bunch of rooms. I'm still looking for that exit. But yeah, Cancel's gonna want to head down to the. Oh, just got to get across. Is there? There might be a way to do that with Courage, with that bat.
With the
I think
bat,
yes,
nice.
very nicely done, Cancel. So using
awesome.
Ring of Courage to scoot across that gap and save a ton of time over Oblivion, who went around. That was really excellent.
Yeah, they're right neck and neck now.
Yeah, they are. That was huge, huge plays. Now, no racer has the bottle, right, with the fairy, so we're not going to see any quick kills on Ganon. I don't think.
They did see the Beetle bottle shop, but they did not get any bottles.
Nara.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oblivion is a little low on health here and is going to take some poison damage, but I think that's the end of Dark Hyrule or Future Hyrule or whatever. So it looks like we've got maybe one of the racers dropped here. Oh, there we go. We're back.
And
all right.
Both into the Ganon fight.
Yeah, this is neck and neck.
Time.
Oh my goodness, this is super close. So both racers are gonna have to do standard strats. Missing a bomb would be really bad here. So both racers need to make sure to nail these bombs. Both do nail the first bomb. Oblivion misses the second one. And Cancel gets the second one. So Cancel taking the lead here. And with a 1 heart skip there, has 2 hearts remaining on Ganon. So another well-placed bomb will send Cancel into the 3rd phase. And didn't get it, and now is at 2 hearts. So this is really scary. This is so scary for Cancel. No, and missing the bomb again, and now we've got Oblivion just deciding to take Link out and use Link for this fight.
So many enemies on Oblivion's screen.
Yeah, Oblivion's down to 2 hearts now as well. Cancel getting 1 heart back. But you gotta watch this phase. Ganon is really mean in this phase. Oh, and the Lionel with the shots. The Lionel.
Oh, Oblivion's
down.
down.
And Oblivion goes down. And Cancel here on the last phase.
Diagonal attack there.
Oh, and Cancel goes down. We're back. We're having a redo.
Another
and both
one.
racers, we have, 3 bombs for Oblivion, 1 bomb for Cancel. That could really matter here. A double death in Ganon. Oh, man. This is free entertainment, right, guys? Holy moly.
Oh, the bomb count's going to be a huge difference here.
Yeah. Cancel does get the bomb, but is going to have to use stabby attacks now. Maybe he can get a skip. He's got to really mash. He did!
Oh, he got
Only
it.
1 heart for Ganon, so both racers have one cycle here potential. And there it is for Oblivion. So Oblivion is on the final one, using the bomb chew to let Link out. Cancel here on the final phase as well. But there's mini bosses everywhere.
Oh,
Link getting shot by the Lionel, and I think it's gonna be Oblivion. We're gonna have to go to the bot for this one. That was incredibly close.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, those dark nuts. Those dark
What a
nuts, though.
finish.
Oh, in the way. Link gets shoved off. Come on, Cancel. There it is. Here comes the beam. Holy moly. That was exciting.
Wow, what a way to finish that run.
Wow,
GG's all around
indeed.
now.
Yeah. That is, whew. All right. It looks like it was Oblivion there, but it was super close. And it looks like Cancel accidentally hit the dot done a little late, but I think it was Oblivion there. Whew. That was an excellent race. That was really close. I love that.
Yeah, they did really well.
The double
Even
death
though
too.
he let-
Yeah, maybe. Soaked right through that last one. Yeah,
so
I
it's
wonder.
confirmed it was Oblivion for that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was, yeah. So yeah, we'll give it to Oblivion. We'll probably do a review on that. using their VODs potentially. Oh, I guess you have their. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I mean, it's Oblivion.
Cancel's stream there for a second, but
yeah, that's true.
I didn't see Oblivion's runtime because he canceled out of it immediately, but that would work as well, right?
Yeah, I guess for the most part. Yeah, it was a sub 21, which is really good. And yeah, easy sub 20, Oblivion saying, if they didn't die. All right. So we've got 1, maybe 2 matches coming up. Oblivion taking the first one in a photo finish. That was awesome.
That was great. I want to see another one just like it.
All right, here we go.
And Rat's going to be happy because Oblivion is using the Japanese text there, so saving some frames.
What, 30 frames or something?
I think so. Yeah, it's
Nice.
not too many, but it's there.
Okay, we're getting from chat a 2014 versus a 2027. That's a really close race. That's awesome. All right, so they're going to get started in a sec. Yeah, that was good. That was a sweaty race. I'm sure they were... Yeah, that's one of the great things about the screen watching that I prefer, is the racers know. So they're playing, like, they're sweaty at the end there. They know that it's that close, which
Pressure
is great.
gets put on, yeah.
Yeah, because if you're just doing a blind one, it's like, I'm going to play. You can kind of be like, why haven't they finished yet, maybe? You know, like, what's happening over there? But with this one, you can be like, I got to push. And with low latency, too, that really helps a ton. Back when Twitch had like 20 seconds of delay, we had our own RTMP that we used for low latency. But now with the Twitch low latency, that's generally what we run on. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, that was snuck up on you there. But we are going to get going. Of course, picking Zelda again. No reason not to. Cancel having a hard time with the block puzzle there. Losing time and doesn't have Japanese text. So this is Oblivion getting a bit of a head start. All right, and one thing that's really great about this opening is that you get 50 rupees and you get a bomb to start. And those are both incredibly helpful. The 50 rupees to guarantee you can buy a key if you're in a shop. And also the bomb is really valuable for a whole variety of reasons, though it tends to be used to get the flippers. Saves you a bit of time there.
Looks like we had an early Kakariko right to the right. Oblivion's going that way, but Cancel's going down the Lake Hylia.
Yeah, and I think this is something Rat was talking about, where that little extra movement over to Kakariko is actually a bit of a time waste. Because you're going to have to make that trip sometime, but you don't have to backtrack. And so, yeah, we're seeing our racers diverge quite a bit here. Now, again, because they don't have the loot to start, this anytime you sort of diverge, you go to a different direction, you're going to have to do all the backtracking as well. Oblivion doing a lot of overworld farming, picked up a Torch of Wisdom, which is really good, and is going to get a key here, also really good, but because he doesn't have the loot, this is actually going to take a little bit of time. Actually going to see what's inside the windmill chest as well.
Wow, 3 red chests on Cancel's screen right now. I think that's the most I've seen.
Oh boy, yeah. Without the Torch of Wisdom, though, it's hard to know what's in there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see when Oblivion gets there. Maybe it's a key and hovers. That'd be pretty good.
That'd be great.
I do like the way Cancel went about this. I honestly do think you have to beeline for your loot. Because once you have that fast travel, everything's going to be a lot smoother. So I really do like that he's doing it. Of course, the Gerudo loot is not as good as the swamp loot, so you'd probably want to go for that. But given that the swamp is kind of hidden here, where is it? Top left? I think the swamp is top left.
So yeah, Death Mountain was top right.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not great. That is going to make for a sort of tricky seed here. We're probably not going to see a sub 20 on this one. Who knows? These guys are fast. And there's the Cadence hut, so Cancel's going to head over and say hi to Cadence, get her loot.
I like this little wall walk over there. You dodge a lot of danger doing that.
Yeah, it just ends up being a lot quicker. And there's the loot. So Cancel's the first one to get the loot. Nobody's got a Sheikah Slate touch yet. We did see a Kakariko Sheikah Slate touch. I guess that counts. And here is the Sheikah Slate for Cancel in the desert. And it is going to kill that Talus. Taluses are mini bosses, so they can drop items. It's really good. But it only dropped money, which is still pretty good.
I'm
not totally sure what Oblivion's doing.
With 200 rupees, if Cancel does find the Goron shop, won't need the coupon, can just buy the amulet.
That's right, and there it is. Awesome. So nice find. I wonder if he's gonna buy it. I feel like he will. Knowing Cancel, he's pretty build aware. Nope. Never mind.
He's skipping it.
He's not even touching that. I think he didn't want to be on the wrong side of that wall.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
But he might have to make that walk again.
Yeah, I imagine
really
he's just going to do the walk. Yeah, either way, you're going to have to do it.
Yeah, kind of bad both ways. There is a permadeath mode, but this is not the one we're playing with. Yeah, you can toggle it. And it's tense, especially if you're playing Yves double tempo. All right. So yeah, we're seeing just, I think, better rooting here for Cancel, who's now touching the Sheikah Slate there. So he's got a Sheikah Slate advantage.
It's like he's going for Din's Fire.
We got a rapier find, so Kakariko's got a rapier, and I don't know, the one advantage that Oblivion has is he spent all that time farming. He got an extra key. He also got the Wisdom Torch, and that Wisdom Torch allowed him to find that rapier, so that's pretty big. That's one of those butterfly effect situations. So I'm not sure Cancel might see that. He might be listening to commentary. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. Some racers do that.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to stop you. So we'll see if he opens it. He does not currently have any keys. And a little bit of a high five there between the two racers. Yeah, there's a key. Yeah, so question about seeding. So what does seeding actually changed? Essentially, it jumbles the tiles. All the tiles are set pieces that have been crafted, but they get jumbled around all over the map. And then there's like what's in the crates, the layouts of the dungeons all get seeded. It's all, a lot of it's jumbled, I would say. Anytime it's a dungeon like this, it's procedurally generated. Just the overworld has particular set pieces, I guess. And then there's some rules. It's procedurally generated, so there's certain rules that you're going to follow. For example, Death Mountain's going to be somewhere along the top. The desert is going to be in one of the four corners. And then the three other biomes are going to be somewhere else around.
Cancel may have missed the rapier, went straight into Link's Dark Link.
Yikes.
And is going to miss it, teleporting out.
No. So that could matter.
When you teleport out of any crypt or dungeon, it changes the dungeon, so it's no longer there anymore.
Yeah, that's not so good. So Cancel's gonna hope to find another weapon somewhere else. Looks like we're gonna be doing that wall walk again. Maybe didn't want to fight Freddy. This has the coupon. Oh no, I guess did fight Freddy because they had the coupon.
Yeah, didn't. I think he just didn't know how much money he had because could have just bought it.
Could have just bought it. Yeah. So a bit of an inefficiency there, but we're gonna see a Freddy fight now for Oblivion. Usually you want to use, I think, the Naru's Love whenever he's gonna hit you instead of hitting him back because he does a lot of damage to himself with the Reflect. And gonna clean out the Goron. Good day for that Goron. He's gonna go home very happy. Rock
that
person.
bomb ice cream.
Yeah. all them rupees. Although I guess he's got a coupon. What's he gonna do with that? Or maybe he gets kicked back from Freddy. I don't know. But anyway. So we got the grotto fight here for Oblivion, getting knocked back into that teleporter. And it looks like Cancel's gonna be going for Death Mountain here.
Yeah, getting a good skip. Sometimes the screen does spawn without that stone Cancel is using, and you have to kind of figure out a different way to get around there.
Yeah, but and we saw that with Spooty on the Yves.
That's right.
Doing the dodge method. Although I guess the dodge method still requires the stone. Sometimes you just have to do this entire set piece, which is actually kind of obnoxious. And there's a rapier for Oblivion, so... Oh wait, no, that's a glass rapier, my bad. So Oblivion now has a little extra damage. It's a 3 damage to 4 damage rapier. Nice double bomb skip there for Cancel, doing the double bomb instead of getting Link involved. I like it.
And it looks like Oblivion's gonna swim over and get the infusion on their rapier.
Yeah, so as the more time you spend running a seed with an infused weapon, the better. You're going to be faster. It's certainly more efficient. So him picking this up early is good, and he gets the obsidian. Nice. Obsidian rapier. So that's going to depend on your multiplier. If you look at the Triforce, it gets glowier. When it's max glowy, it's going to do 3 damage up close and 4 damage at a lunge, the obsidian. Which is essentially the same as the glass, except for it doesn't break when you take a hit. That is so many of those weird Orby guys, the choppers. Get to the chopper. So many of them. All right, Oblivion's now going to get this as well. So we have a Locket Seed here. Racers are no longer looking for hovers, although hovers are still useful. But they're not needing it because they both have the Goron Locket. And usually you clean out the shop, and yeah, he's going to eat his bomb ice cream as well.
Nice.
So Lockets for both. Cancel getting the key.
See a Glockenspiel fight in the Bombchu army moving forward.
Oh yes, there it is. I love it. 2 Bombchus in a third. Kills the middle 2 heads. And then you only have to deal with 2 of them. And he's just using all his bombs. It's 5 bombs. 6 bombs. Why use a weapon when you have so many bombs? Yeah! That's awesome. Is that 8 bombs? 7 bombs? It's really good. And it's a dagger.
Hey, yay!
Oh, yay, the dagger.
Victory dagger.
All right, we're going to see the other skip here for Oblivion, going for the Link skip. That's sort of the classic strat there. Throw the pot onto the button. And switch back to Zelda, because she's better.
Does save a little bit of health, but that's usually not a problem.
That really stinks that he got a base dagger. That might really cost Cancel here, which is really a shame. Hopefully he finds some kind of weapon. It's going to be doubling up on those bombs there. Nicely done. And don't forget the flippies.
Need those.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Cancel's gonna do. He's just gonna have to hope for some more flawless boss fights. He's gonna go straight to the Gerudo Ruins. And you could take the cane. It's gotta be cane. With that, you can do some other skip things and some wonkiness. I don't know. There's some actually like really crazy skips. There's a guy named CloudMax whose Twitter is full of the weirdest skips of this game, where you can skip boss doors and a lot of co-op wackiness, and it's good times. This game can be played co-op, by the way, local co-op. It's pretty fun. I highly recommend it. It makes the game a lot easier, just because you can, 2 of you are dealing with the enemies, and it's pretty fun. So yeah, do that thing. The game in general is very fun, so recommend. If you haven't picked it up before, it's really nice. All right, on to the base Guitarmos Knights for Cancel. And Gerudo Ruins starting for Oblivion. I think this is really interesting because Cancel has the lead in terms of like dungeon clearing, but Oblivion has a huge lead having found the weapon, which is RNG. So
that's right. And,
Cancel getting a flawless though. It's another dagger! Another dagger! Oh, like a dagger to the heart. I am sad. I'm very sad.
The game's been real rude today.
Yeah. And it's fine if the game's rude to everybody equally. It's being specifically rude to Cancel right now, which is not nice. A second dagger. I can't believe it. Oh man. All right. Okay, meanwhile though, Oblivion doesn't even need to worry about what's in the boss chests, even though he's got the Wisdom Torch. He could, but yeah, he's just gonna get the diamonds and get out.
It looked like a rapier too, so getting a
Did
bonus
it?
one there, yeah.
Goodness. Getting the key, I love that. That's that thing we were talking about. If your overworld key is like 1 tile away from a Sheikah Slate, after every temple, you can just go grab it. It's really nice.
Yeah, quick farm keys for that. Good.
Oh, Torch of Wisdom. That might be good. That might save Cancel. Although he doesn't have any more golden chests to find, so because he's only got the swamp.
We're totally gonna see a Wizrobo one-shot here from Cancel.
Absolutely, yeah. Here it is. It's so delightful. Needs to pull the bow in. And he's dead.
You're done.
And it's a broadsword. I think Cancel's gonna have to infuse the broadsword. I think he's gonna do it.
He has Ring of Piercing, so it's real good with that. You're not gonna get snagged too much on enemies.
Yeah, Ring of Piercing or Courage, it can be good. There is, of course, Flabbergast, or whatever the name of the sort. You can find, there's these legendary weapons you can find in future Hyrule. And if you find the broadsword there, it's actually pretty good as like a last-ditch thing. But yeah, it looks like
2 damage and piercings just innate in it.
Yes, so if you get Courage, it's like ridiculously good.
Nice.
All right, well, Cancel now with a infused broadsword. That's really awkward and certainly not nearly as good as Oblivion. And you can see Oblivion now with the slight lead. I don't have Oblivion killing Glockenspiel. Did he do that?
Yes.
He did, okay.
Yes.
Very good. All right, so we are close.
And the Lost Swamp skip. We don't even see any of this dungeon. Go straight to the boss key room.
Sadness. I really like it. It's got good music and fun enemies.
So, I've noticed that Oblivion does a bomb jump that lands him directly on the stairs, while I've seen other people land next to the stairs. Is that, like, any benefit?
In that particular bomb jump?
Yeah.
So, I imagine what you saw might have been, because they're definitely landing right on the stairs, and then you have to move off and back on them.
Oh, okay.
But it might have been the case that they just move super fast since it's fixed beat. Because it's like, yeah, you'll see it with Cancel here. It's like really quick between them. Yeah. Oh
yeah, I see it.
And he just
Dark Fairy.
Yeah, the fairy bombing him into the stairs. We've seen that before with broadswords. You gotta watch for that particular interaction because the fairy blasts you back into the stairs. It's just a little bit of a time loss.
Looks like Oblivion's in go mode though, headed to the castle.
He sure is, with Cancel not too far behind, but unfortunately has a broadsword. It's just kind of a bit of a tragic situation. Might require a death for Oblivion, or we might see some serious broadsword action like we've never seen before. Maybe that'll happen.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, let's have it. All right, there's the maracas. So Cancel in go mode. Both racers now in, or about to be in Hyrule Castle. In terms of keys, both have the 3 keys. So they're good in that department. Lots of overworld key pickups, which was really good. That's saving time. Not the fastest we've seen into go mode, but still really good. And that piercing working out nicely for Oblivion there on that dark net.
I like the map grab for Oblivion in the castle too. You can always look for the biggest room in the castle is going to be your exit.
Yes,
generally.
The map is, I find, much more useful in Hyrule Castle compared to future Hyrule. And there's the exit. So about a floor separates these racers. Cancel does have piercing. I guess you had mentioned that. So that's really nice. Yep. Oof, Cancel getting shot in the back though. Just when they jumped onto the stairs, so it was fine.
On the glass sphere to work through this castle too. That's very helpful.
Yeah, that is a good find to be sure. That's going to help. As long as they use it as long as they can before it breaks, that's gonna be really good. The nice dodge on that archer. And that's a nice torch for the Octavo fight. Which, speaking of, we're about to see. Yes, we saw Spooty using that with Yves. that run. Oh. All right, Cancel playing a little cautiously here, being very careful to not be on the wrong character with that turret. That's really scary. And so Cancel's not going to be too far back, but again, the weapon differential is a big one.
Did Cancel have any attack scrolls to use here?
I was actually just wondering that myself. I'm not totally sure.
Doesn't look like it. He's not bringing up his menu at all. It looks like we're just onto Octavo.
Yep, so about halfway done for Oblivion. Just getting started here with Cancel. The Glass Spear helping out big time here. Wanting to keep that alive for sure.
I really like the Torture Reflection for Cancel too. You'll see Oblivion doesn't have it and has to dodge all the Octavo's fireballs and the Whiz Robes, ice balls. And
yeah, you can just let them ping off you. Yeah. So it does use up its what do you call it, meter when you get hit, but it's not a big deal because there's quite a bit. So it lasts the whole fight for sure. And there it is there, just jumping right into the... And that's actually been keeping that spear alive, which has helped Cancel get through this fight faster.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, though, Oblivion is on to Future Hyrule.
Looking for that immediate exit. Usually when you take one of those teleporters, it will take you to where you need to be. I'd say about 9 out of 10 times. As you can see, it's right next to the exit there.
Yes. Uh-oh, but there goes Zelda into the teleporter.
Oh, and dodge the Din's fire on the way back. That was
Yikes.
so awkward.
That was so awkward. That cost a bit of time. Oh, but the ice cubes, moving them out of the way. I love it. And I forgot he's got the obsidian rapier, so he's using that, which is really nice.
Dishing out a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cancel not using the teleporter here. Oh, but did the same thing.
I'm fairly certain if Dark Zelda is on the other teleporter, you can telefrag him for the victory. Looks like Oblivion is continuing through. Gonna be near the last level here.
Yeah, this is oh no!
Oh, he had the switch on the stairs!
There was a switch on the stairs. Okay, this is a weird bug that happens where there's a character switch on the stairs forcing you to play as not Zelda, which is a real problem.
Which is real bad.
And this is so bad right now for Oblivion. Oh my goodness. And huge for Cancel. Now, I think it's going to happen to Cancel
seated.
too.
No,
it's not seated. Wow. So that is really brutal. And it only appeared like a beat in. So yeah, all this time, all this sketchiness right now for Oblivion.
Oh.
Now he can use the no, he can't
seated.
use the rapier because Link can't use rapiers. That's a Zelda only weapon. So that
Cancel's
matters.
on Link now too. He had the trap as well.
And he's only using the short sword. Ugh.
Oh, that's real bad.
Oh man. Well, Oblivion managed to get through that. What a good meme that was. Taking a teleporter. Teleporters are not safe as Link. But Cancel just needing to push. And that's fair enough. He's doing okay. Oblivion getting the switch.
For the jeweled dagger though. Is that the jeweled dagger? What do we have here?
Yeah, that's jeweled dagger. That's 5 damage.
Yeah,
That's a really nice pickup here just to get through this faster. Or 4 damage. Sorry. 5 damage in Necrodancer. It's the uncanny valley of jeweled daggers. So we're going to see a bomb there. And on to the second phase. Oblivion's going to mash and only got 1 heart down. Meanwhile, Cancel is taking Link into the fight. That's interesting.
Does that work with the bomb strat here? Yeah, it should. You lay the bomb and then hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to do it the standard way. That did not work though.
No, it did not.
You super didn't do that right. Oh, he's saving quit strats. It's not gonna
looks like
matter.
Oblivion's got it. Yeah.
Oh, Cancel.
On the
I
Triforce.
mean, well, with the beam coming down, Oblivion taking it 2-0 over Cancel, and honestly, it was the double dagger. I think that's
so.
what did it. GG's.
Yeah, GG's all around though.
Oh man, that was really great. Some awesome races.
Yeah, fun races for sure.
Yeah. So I guess that is it for us then. Yeah, super like honor to be here. Thank you guys so much for having us. We're really proud of our community, really proud of the races that we put on, and we're so stoked to see more and more people come into the community. And if anyone else wants to join, please be sure to do so. Just look around for Kahoot And Condor, if you want to get involved in our community, we'd love to have you. We have it's a very low entry to get into it. We have tournaments that are specifically catered to new racers called Conduit. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that needs to be said.
I mean, I've got one thing that needs to be said, because Elad's talking like big thanks to everybody else, but he did a lot of work on getting all of this organized. So I just want to say thanks to you, sir.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, and thanks to you for reaching out as well to get this working. So this has been a super pleasure, and I super duper appreciate it. And we super look forward also to Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to be doing the finals of this tournament, where you'll get to see the likes of Oblivion and Rattata Jack and the others as they are pitted against one another to see who is crowned the top Kahoot, I guess. I don't know.
Top Owl, I guess?
Top Owl, I guess so.
Okay.
All right.
I do have a few things I want to mention about upcoming shows. First of all, Frame Vital Games schedule is coming out this Wednesday on July 24th. The GDQ Express Games list is coming out Sunday on July 28th as well. Tomorrow, we're going to have a Trauma Center community race at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you've never seen the Trauma Center runs, they're really fun. And they're going to be setting up a race. It's going to be really worth your time to check out. And Wednesday, we've got the Cuso Grande Invitational Losers Semifinals. Top 4 match going on there at 7 p.m. It's going to be an endurance match. So it's going to be longer than usual. And once again, just want to say thanks to everybody who participated today. That's Rattata Jack, Tafufo. I have to stop every time, make sure I say it right. Elad, Rat Racing, Booty Biscuit, Cancel Oblivion. Big thanks to everybody who helped organize this behind the scenes. And of course, Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscriptions. Please consider subscribing to support future broadcasts. But we're going to send you on over to someone who I believe they're playing Cadence.
They're playing Spelunky, actually.
Spelunky, okay.
Yeah, Spelunky is sort of a beloved game of all roguelike players, and so there wasn't a ton of a community streaming right now, so we figured, he's a good guy. Just got started streaming, really nice guy, and Spelunky is an awesome roguelike, so figured send some love over to the Spelunky community.
All right. Give them a bunch of love, and we'll see you tomorrow for Trauma Center.
Enjoy. That sounds great. Bye.